I currently had the nude druid in my possession,
Yeah.
and I almost choked a guy out.
Yeah, so essentially what happened is you reached around a corner of a building to, like, grab someone to try to kill them or something. But then he saw your hand, screamed, noticed who you were, and then yelled, or whispered to you, run. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll initiative, and some things are going to happen because I need to keep track of time. So I made a map just in case, but I think I am actually going to use it. Make sure I'm going to the right one. Yeah, there we go.
Whipping out the Asteraoth.
Okay. That's not exactly what her hut looks like. Her hut would probably be slightly smaller, but
How dare you?
yeah.
Remake the map.
It was really difficult to find a map that was like trees like in this sort of pattern, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm keeping it. And then the house, pretty sure the house is just like drip drop on top. Anyway, all right. So yeah, roll initiative, and I'll roll some initiatives as well.
I got 13. Big old lucky number.
13. Okay. Good.
My entire room is just filled with either candy or donuts.
That is beautiful. Wait, how are you not, like, a god? Oh, great. I tried to open a character sheet. It said you rolled a 1 on your retrieve character check. What is this? Ah, there we go. Okay, he's got a -1. That's good. Just use this as others.
Hey.
Discord dies immediately. Okay, so... Okay, I don't know if you're talking to me or not, because Discord is just going, oh. Hello? Hello? That's good. That's a good start. Hello?
No.
Okay, cool. So, some things are going to happen. As soon as he says run, he whispers it to you. You begin to hear the people inside the building. You can hear footsteps heading towards the door that you are near. It's your go. What do you do?
I take a fat yeet over yonder.
A fat shit.
Right on the ground. Into my hand, actually, and then I throw... How far can I go?
Your normal speed. Each thing is 5 feet, so...
Oh, okay.
So do some math real quick.
And I'm over here now.
Alright.
I'm actually on the roof.
You actually jump through the window into the building, so that... Oh, that'd actually be kind of clever. Like, and when they head outside, you go in through the window. Oh my god, the most crinkle... I can't even think with how loud that crinkle is. I'm gonna turn my audio slightly down because I currently have YouTube. Like, Discord's fine, but I have my speaker set on, like, max, and I don't know why. Alright.
ASMR.
The soldier that told you to run, seeing that you ran back towards the back of the house, is gonna move here and wait for his comrades to come outside. So, actually he'll probably go here just to make it easier for me. Alright, so on their turn, you see one person come outside, and another come outside. And you begin to hear people talking like, What happened? Why did you scream? And him like, oh, I thought I saw something, but I think it was just a squirrel or something.
There was a bug on the ground.
It's your go. What do you do?
Busts through the window, runs out the front door.
Hey, what a good guys! Hello.
I want to go back here.
Yeah, I wanna kill everybody. Yeah.
I want to actually Olympic jump onto the roof.
You want to?
Standing jump like a fucking god.
I mean, you being 7 feet tall, you probably could do that if you rolled well enough on athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, that's right. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Okay, give me an acrobatics.
Makes
roll.
the loudest sound.
That's true. I should probably have you roll stealth as well.
Crashes through the roof into the hut. Alright, which one first?
First do stealth. Dies instantly.
I die before they get to me.
2-hour campaign ruined.
Got an 18 on stealth.
Alright, perfect.
And 12 to get on the roof. Or plus 2, so 14 to get on the roof.
Alright, I need to roll.
Because that's athletic.
See what happens. Ooh.
I get a 19 and a 20 and both hear me.
Okay. So, and then also. Oh my god. You got a 14?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well I gotta do it for the meme because it's too hilarious. Both of the guards standing out front, immediately turn their heads when they hear hoisting yourself up. I rolled 2 natural 20s. I literally as a DM, I roll so much better than I do as a player. This is disgusting. And then as soon as you hoist yourself onto the roof, you sort of do the human fall flat thing where you like hold yourself up and then you like slide your knees up onto the side. And as soon as you get like your full body weight, the roof just gives and you fall through. So you are now inside, and I'll show you what you see. Just picture the inside of the hut, and I'll reveal some things to you. All right, those are the people you see. It is Eagle Fist's go. So on his turn, hearing that, he's like, "Oh, what was that?" And he immediately walks forward, and as these guys are like looking towards the roof, he just swings his sword at them.
Ooh, what a legend.
Let's see if he actually is a legend.
Dies. Traitor!
Fucking traitor's back. Okay, that is gonna be a hit, I believe. Oh, Jesus, this guy sucks. But yeah, that is a slight hit. If I can find the right fucking dice. I'll just use this. Alright, 7. Does 7 damage. He just like, they both turn their heads and he's just like, "Oh, what was that?" And just like swings his sword down on the guy's shoulder. He's like, "Ah, my neck!" And then it is these guys go. So first thing that happens as soon as you like fall through the roof, comic style, like that that freaking police video of that girl. This guy just like turns towards you and he's just like, "Oh no, fuck, no," and he swings his axe at you.
No fuck.
No fuck, not today. Does a 16 hit you?
Big yes.
Okay. Only does 3 damage. As the captain is just like, "Quickly, inform the other guards!" So this guy moves over to the door and begins to yell at the other 2 guards, seeing now that Eagle Fist has attacked. And this guard with the bow is going to shoot his bow at you. Natural 1. He pulls the bow back, and as he like lets go, the bow just like snaps in half, and it like ricochets. Let's see if it does any damage to himself. Does 2 damage to himself. He's like, ow, 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 and just looks pathetic. It is now your go.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna thunder wave toward Battle Axe.
All right. Hey,
see.
She's a rival Battle Axe.
It's 5, 10, 15, so it would also hit the archer.
Alright, perfect. I don't even know if you can call him an archer anymore.
I don't know why I'm rolling, they have to roll.
Oh, okay. I got a 4 for the archer and a 19 for Captain Lazaro.
Captain Lazaro is very safe.
Just holds his battle axe in front of his head. You want to get through this?
This is this dagger is actually a Valerian steel. We should look into this.
Actually, he takes half damage.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
But archer takes full damage.
How much damage is that?
I start rolling a d20. Wait a minute.
Oh, big rip.
Right, it's 3d8s.
Jesus.
I got a 6. I got another 6. And I got another 6. Fucking 18.
Good God.
9 to Captain, 18 for Archer.
Okay, so this is Thunderclap, so it's like
Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave.
It's like the evolution of Thunderclap.
Ah, yes, Pokemon style. So yeah, you just like Thunder Wave him.
I shit myself.
His head, like this wave just like passes through his head, and when his head comes out the other side, it's just like a skull, and the archer just falls down dead.
Great start.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just did Eagle Fist go. He just smacked the guy again with his sword. Alright. Captain Lazaro, seeing his man just have his head just disintegrated. Did you hear that bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I heard that his head came out of his head.
He is just gonna smack you with the classic battle axe again. 15 hits. Let's do some damage. I'm rolling like crap. That's another 3 points of damage. So this guard, I don't know if he would come outside. I think he would notice the ranger fall and would turn towards you and move here. No, move here. And he would
Good Lord.
attack. Rolling a 2. Cool. This town's guard is gonna attack Eagle Fist. No, they're both gonna attack. I'll just roll both twice. Roll both twice, yeah. Both miss. Wait, no, one of them does hit. Doing 1 fucking damage. You've got to be shitting me. Yeah, remember that thing I said about rolling really well as a DM? Take it all back. Alright. It is now your go.
I gear up for another thunder wave.
Okay. You're like spinning your hands. Ah! Hookah chaka, hookah chaka.
I hit my hookah.
Quick smoke at a hookah.
I take a quick hit of my bong.
Baby bong.
Hey, can I hold this?
Smoke bubbles. Oh yeah, I have to roll for that, don't I?
Yep.
Alright, that's 18 and a natural 20. This is a real roller coaster of an episode, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, let me get on the ride.
I got an 8. And I got a 7.
Alright.
Wayo.
Isn't it 3 or am I tweaking? 3?
No, I am now casting a first level Thunder Wave.
Ah, okay.
The other Thunder Wave was on the same level as Moonbeam was.
Okay.
But I have not rested during that, so no more Moonbeams for me today.
Big, yeah. That was quite the experience.
Disintegrates the entire table.
Oh my god! All right, Eagle Fist.
He has gold.
He screams out, "Are you still alive in there?" And then swings again. Missing this time. And he just goes, "Oh shit!" And the other towns. Whew. All right, one of the no, they both hit. Fuck. All right, so that's 3 damage to Eagle Fist. And then the 2 guards attacking you will swing at you. Only 1 will hit. Doing another 3 points. I'm fucking dude, so hard. Well, I guess overall 9 points, but still, it's 3 hits on you, and I've only done 9 points of damage.
Thank God, because I don't have that much health.
All right, it's your go.
I gear up for another wave of my hand.
All right. See what we get here. It's a 7 and a 13.
Oh, hey, oh.
Oh, hey, oh,
Yes.
keep on rocking.
7 takes full damage.
Oof, that's Captain Lazaro.
6 and a 5. So 11 and either 5 or 6, whatever you decide half is.
Did we round up or down last time? I can't remember.
Oh, we rounded up last time.
Alright, we're rounding up. The guard directly next to you has the same effect happen to him, where his head just fucking melts. It's like, you almost have to like gag for a moment because it just looks fucking disgusting as his flesh just melts away from his face and all that's left is a skull. And then it was 11 damage to the other guy?
Yep. Some melted flesh explodes onto my face.
Captain Lazaro's looking a bit melty, but he's still got skin on him, and he's just like bubbling a bit, and he's just like, "I'll fucking cut you!"
I still have skin. Ah!
Not much, but just enough. Okay. That's your go. Eagle Fist is just like, Yeah, no, all he can really do is attack again. Oh my god, this guy sucks. So he has no plus to his hit attack. I don't know why. Maybe I picked the wrong weapon for him or something, but... oh yeah, I definitely did. Yeah, okay. Well, we just won't think about that. Okay. Well, I guess it makes sense for his character, but he swings, misses, and the town's guard start like looking towards the door to see if like anyone's still alive in there. So on their go, this guy's actually gonna move inside. Attack of opportunity. No, not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He moves here, and he's like, "Hey, get away from the captain!" And then this guy's just gonna swing at Eagle Fist with a 7, missing. Comet is very upset that he missed. And then it is Captain Lazaro's go. Does a 13 hit you?
Yes.
Oh, well, not to worry, because my dice will come to save the day. 1 point of damage.
Oh.
I'm gonna start smudging these rolls, Andrew. It did 20 damage. Okay. Your go.
Oh. Here's a fun one I haven't used. Let's see. I'm gonna hit him with the Necrotic Shroud.
Alright.
Once per long rest, as an action, you can transform, causing all within 10 feet to make a charisma saving throw, or be frightened until the end of your next turn.
Jesus. Alright, so I do a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
12?
Charisma. Charisma saving throw.
Okay, that's actually a minus 11.
You needed 13.
Hey. Hey.
Well.
Okay, what happens?
You are now... Whoever fails is frightened of me now. Until the end of my next turn.
Oh, what's the range on it? Do I need to do multiple ones?
It's 10 feet, so the bat guy would not be frightened,
Okay.
but
Lazaro is.
front dude would.
Okay,
Yes.
so he has to move 10 feet away from you? I'm confused. What?
No, he's just frightened.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Whatever effects frightened has.
He squeals. Okay, whose turn was it?
Not mine, that's for sure.
Okay, probably Eagle Fist then. Yeah, because I think one guy just took damage. Okay, Eagle Fist is gonna... What kind of abilities does he have? Huh. Okay, he pulls out like a little flute. No, he pulls out a kazoo, and he just goes, and then like his body glows for a second, and now he gets.
And I die.
Now he gets to add a d6 to his roll. Alright. It didn't help. Yeah, he
I'm
missed.
the great Kazoo.
He misses again. Otherwise, he's just gonna. He just yells, "Fuck! We have to kill these people!" In case you weren't aware of that already, and that is his go.
It's insane, fam.
They miss? Nope, they don't. Fucking hell, I'm so bad at like keeping track of everything. Oh my god. Alright, so the swordsman outside like strikes Eagle Fist very hard, like in the chest. And Eagle Fist like steps back for a moment, like looking like he's on his last legs. And then this guy's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4 here.
Oh, hello.
They've like backed you into a corner. And they're both gonna attack.
Moonbeams him.
Oh my god, I rolled a natural 1 and a 3. So you just like, they both swing their weapons at the exact same time and you just duck for a moment. And it's your go.
They dink off each other.
They spin around and slice each other's heads off.
Alright, I'm just gonna clap their cheeks right quick.
Yummy. A classic yum clap.
It's going to be another saving throw on their part.
See if they can get any more natural ones. One of them's a 6, the other's a 15.
Well, the 6 takes damage then.
Alright, that'll be this one.
The 15 takes no damage. 6 takes 4 damage.
4. Just trying to propel these guys back. Eagle Fist. One last desperate. Actually, he's gonna do something brave. And he's gonna try to run past the guardsman in front of him inside. Let's see if he gets attacked or not. Ooh, he gets lucky. Alright, it's a 6. He runs
Gets
past.
his head cut off.
5. Goes here. And just says, If I don't make it out! Like, gushing blood from his chest. He's just like, go to the cheese! And that's his turn. And then the guards, this guy's gonna run in, swing at Eagle Fist. Gets a 2. I want to die. The other 2 are gonna attack you. Natural 1 and a 15, so 1 hits. But I rolled a 4, so that's 4 damage.
Oh no. I gotta kill him quick.
I am big dead soon. Okay, it's your turn. What do you do? Jeez.
I clap them cheeks.
Okay. I'll never be the same again.
Every time we talk, someone's gonna burst into the room and steal my headset and start yelling at you.
Why don't you just like
And
lock
vaping
your
into my
door?
microphone. I'm pretty sure my door doesn't have a lock on it.
Oh, yeah, that's probably smart, you know, just in case you bring the hookers in. I don't know.
So you eat the meat. Yeah, I cram the hookers through the window.
Oh, God.
But the screen is still on, so I have to like sort of string cheese. And what did they roll?
Oh, right. 15 and a 9. So,
fam.
I'll go 9 for Lazaro because I rolled first on him.
5 damage.
5 damage. Just to him?
Yep.
You can see his ears gushing like fleshy blood. And he's just like, oh God! Like,
I am the super pube.
He looks like he's taking a violent shit out of his ears. Like a fleshy shit as well, so it's pretty hot.
Oh, that's hot.
Great minds think alike. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, Eagle Fist. He is going to... I don't know what he has that is actually, like, good at all in combat.
Are there any windows in here at all?
Yeah, there's plenty of windows. There's probably 2 windows on each wall. Andrew's been just picturing a stone box. Yeah, he's just gonna attack again. Finally fucking hits.
Come and get y'all juice.
Does 7 damage with his longsword.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus, crept through the halls. Really trying to...
In the Valley of Death.
Ah, fuck. Okay. These guys
No
got
fuck.
it. Do not fuck.
Things guns go.
He'll attack first. Fucking hell. Alright, so you just like, there's just like this moment where Eagle Fist makes eye contact with you, and he just says, "Jeez!" And then the axe comes down on his shoulder and just strikes him down, and his blood spills out of his chest, and he just goes, "Ah!" And you have this moment with him, and this townsman. I can't turn him for whatever fucking reason. I think his health shit's in the way. Maybe if I zoom out slightly. There we go.
Oddly sexual moment.
He just turns towards you and goes, "You're next." Moves up. The other 2 are gonna swing at you. It's a 4 and a 14.
Who got which one though?
That'll be a 4 for the town's guard, 14 for Lazaro.
Lazaro's still frightened of me.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so does that mean he has disadvantage, or he just doesn't attack you?
I could look it up.
What's the thing called?
Frightened. Or necrotic shroud. Whatever. Or the effect is frightened. So.
Alright, let's see. Frightened. Has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source's fear is within sight. The creature can't willingly move close to the source of its fear.
Well, luckily he's right next to me. So.
Alright, well I rolled again and he got an 8.
Ooh. Fatty.
They both miss. It looks like for a second Lazaro's gonna hit you, but then he like really makes eye contact with you, and you just smell like a little bit of shit dribble out. And it is your go.
And I'm gonna hit him with the Thunder Wave.
A wave of thunderous blast shoots out of your ass.
Hello. Yes. I turn around and bend over, and boom.
Will that hit everyone?
Shit.
How many spell slots do you have? Jesus.
This is my last one.
Oh shit, so this better work.
It's like my total last one. I can't have anymore.
So
of either level.
Does this hit all of them? If I roll poorly?
It's 5, 10, 15 foot. So yes, it would hit all 3 of them.
It's a 13, right?
It's 11.
Alright, okay. It would have been hilarious if it was a 13 because I got a 14, 15, and 16. So do they all take half?
Yeah.
I'll give disadvantage. The other guy is disadvantage because it's a...
Right.
So I'll roll that.
Gets a natural 20.
Gets a 7. So Lazaro takes full damage.
I got 12 damage total.
Okay.
So
Lazaro,
6 for 2.
not just his head, his entire body explodes. Just like sending gook and gooky mookie all over all of the other soldiers, including you, but that's fine. You probably like it a little bit. You wouldn't admit it, but you know. And the other 2 are like, oh god! And they take 6, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so the townsguard that just struck down what's-his-face, he also, his head explodes. And he's just like, the last thing he says is, what was the cheese about? And, yeah, he dies. Alright, so now it's just this town guard's go. How much health are you on right now?
5.
Okay. Let's see if I can roll above a 3. Alright, well that's a 17 to hit.
No. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord.
I rolled a 3. I'm gonna go, see you later. Okay.
Alright, cool. I win the campaign, right?
Yeah, you are the god of the Hamlet, and,
I level up to 20.
you level up to
Alright,
50.
the village is mine. Yes. Yes.
Alright, okay. So he does 3 damage.
William comes back to destroy the village. I'm the final.
Once again, Andrew's character becomes the bad guy, and it is your go. What do you do? What do you do? Hey!
See, if I move away, he has attack of opportunity, right?
Yeah. So if you
Does everyone have disengage, or just special people?
I think
specifically retarded people.
For you, it's an action. For like a rogue or something, they can do it as like a bonus action. I think is the thing.
Alright, I will disengage as an action then.
Okay. Where do you want to disengage to?
I want to climb over the dead bodies.
Uh-huh.
So I sort of want to yeet out of the roof. Can I do that? Or is
it would be another
that also an action? Okay.
Yeah.
It's just acrobatics. Let's go, boys.
Falls back down, breaks leg, dies.
Alright, a 21.
Oh! So yeah, I'd say it probably takes...
Explodes out of the roof.
It probably takes half your movement, so you still have half your movement, but you're now outside. The town guard's just like... He tries to swing at you as you go out, but you just like leap out of the roof hole, and he's just like, what the bloody hell? Alright.
I have...
Ow.
There we go. Boom. Unless diagonal counts as 2. I don't know.
No.
I'm confused.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't.
We're good.
Okay. Alright, on his go, he looks around and then goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He moves here. He's like searching for you. He's like in a rage that all of his friends are dead. He's like, what the fuck? It's your go. Actually, no, he can dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no, he would go here and just like start looking around. Now it's your go.
Alright, I'm going to do primal savagery on myself.
Oh shit. That gives you health, right?
No.
I think you have something else. No, that's the bear.
But, the... Okay, yeah. And then... Let's see. Can I still move then?
If it's just an action, then yeah.
Alright. I'll move here then.
Okay.
Boom.
You're hunting him like prey.
Most dangerous game.
Okay, he rolls terribly on perception. So he's just gonna...
Where did it go? Nobody knows.
He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Keeps it running forward. Get back here!
He goes here.
Turns into a horse and sprints out.
So yeah, around here is where the road would start for the other Hamlet map, essentially. So he's like, he just thinks that you just sprinted away. I'm actually gonna do something. We've had like 2 turns. Let me see something real quick. Oh, okay. Yeah. What's your turn? What do you do?
Alright, yeah, move 30. How much is the dash?
60. It's double your movement speed.
And dash is an action.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's your full action. He sees you, turns around, just ends it there.
Let's see. Oh, he's gonna be able to reach me from there anyway, so... See. Right here, right on the edge of the tree line. Oh.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for me. I'm just gonna have that compete up
Thumps
against
behind him.
the perception that he rolled earlier.
I have no modifier on stealth. 19.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine. You just like glide into the bushes, and he doesn't notice you. All right.
I am a ghost. Woo.
Now I gotta roll 2 dice to determine something. Okay.
The entire guard shows up.
No, I was rolling for something else. All right, so.
No. The entire guard shows up.
You're no longer in the house, so you don't see any of this stuff. Okay. Yeah.
They're back alive. Ah!
He is just gonna continue until he has left the druid area. So he's like running, just like in like a fit of rage, just like searching like through the bushes, just like looking for where you might be, trying to get revenge. It's now your go.
I want to run after him.
Alright, you run after him on your go. Do you want to run? Like, if you do a full dash, you'd catch up to him. But you wouldn't be able to attack.
Right. No, actually, no. I'm gonna move back to the cabin because yeah, it's just gonna keep being him not noticing me and then me sprinting after him
Until he makes it to the end of town, in which case it's gonna be too much.
Runs out of the city.
All right. As you get, okay, you run back inside. Perfect. Go to like here and give me a perception check.
Perception. 12.
Okay. I will move these back here. You notice that the Captain Lazaro, you hear breathing when you go to the door, and you notice that he's almost like propped himself up against one of the tables, and he's like heavy breathing. He's got like these burn marks all over his face. His ears are gushing out like blood, but he is slightly still alive, probably like just like hoping that you don't come back. But he's like up against the table. He hasn't seen you yet because you're technically still like right outside the door. Do you do anything?
Yeah, I walk in.
All right, you walk in. And he doesn't have his axe. His axe is lying on the ground in like a pool of blood, and he just like looks at you, just like, so, is this how the great Captain Lazaro dies? Killed by a fucking demon.
I walk up to... Actually, no, I just start looting people first. I'm gonna start with this dude right here.
Okay. You wanna search Eagle Fist?
Yep.
I gotta roll 2 more dice. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to it. No, I'm just gonna start looting.
Okay, so you kneel down, you look into Eagle Fist's inventory. And the first thing you see, well, you see his large sword that he had, but it looks very military-esque. He doesn't really look like the type of person, besides like what he's wearing, that would probably wield something like this. He looks more, you know, a bit more eccentric. And he's got a little, he's got a kazoo on him. Other than that, he's got some fine clothes. Do you say, oh, he gay? He's got a... I don't know, there's just some stuff. He's got a lamp and a thing of ink. He's got a paper that has some writing on it.
Yoink the paper.
Alright, you yoink the paper. Do you read the paper?
I do read the paper.
The paper says, we await you at the meeting, essentially.
Ooh.
And it's signed like a dash and then an R.
Spicy.
Let's see if he's got anything else on him of any use to you. He's got some coin on him, in a little pouch attached to his belt.
Fantastic. I'll take it. Oh.
Alright, this is being very slow. 10 gold.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what he's got. Oh, he's also got perfume if you want that.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's got perfume and soap if you want that as well. You probably need it, honestly. Roasted. Yeah, you see, like, you occasionally look back towards Lazaro, and he's just, like, struggling to breathe. He's got, like, holes in his body. He's just like, oh, God. At least do me the service of taking me out before you loot these people. Is that the sound you make?
I walk over to him and do healing hands in him for 3 hit points.
Well, okay then. Yeah, you heal him for 3 hit points.
And then I go and loot this dude.
Lazaro looks confused. Like, he's like, what in the hell? Alright, you go and loot that guy. He doesn't really have anything interesting on him, like the guard stuff you're used to. He has a hand axe on him and a shield. Other than that, he's got a pouch with a note on it, like a small little fabric note that just says "From Mother," and it's 100 gold pieces.
I'll take it.
All right. Lazaro once again is just looking at you, confused, just like, what are you?
I'm Asteraoth, the toaster. And I go back.
Give me a persuade or a performance or a persuasion, whatever you have higher in.
Let's see. They're the same thing. $22.
Jesus Christ! I rolled high, and that beats me. I rolled high, and the first thing I thought is he's just gonna call you a fucking weirdo, but no. Yeah, he kind of looks at you for a moment. And he says, "Asteraoth, you are a strange man," and he gets down on one knee and just like bows his head.
Now die.
I assume you just ignore him and go and loot the next body.
Yep.
He looks kind of offended, but also kind of understands, and he actually walks over, grabs his axe, and starts heading towards the door. So you loot the next guy. Let's see what he...
I didn't have to tell him. to leave. That's good.
You see a snapped bow. He's got a leather cap like on his head. His armor
Wow.
looks super pedestrian, like maybe he built it himself. Other than that, he's got he's got a lamp on him. If you want that,
Starts collecting lamps.
he's got a lamp collection.
I am the Mothman. Nah.
I'm Mothma.
Throws lamps at people instead of fighting.
But lamp though. Yeah. Do you want any of that stuff?
Nope.
All right. You go over to the last guy, and as my page struggles to load, okay. He's got a ring of keys on him.
Oh,
You're not quite sure what they, are for.
I take them.
I'll move this guy again. You take the ring of keys. He's
Yep.
got a his armor has just like been poked through a bunch of times, so it's kind of useless at this point. But his sword is wooden. You think maybe that he was some sort of trainee or something? Hurt like hell though.
Wow. What is this, Minecraft?
No gold or anything. He looks younger than the others. It's my favorite part of D&D, where I just get to slowly fuck with your brain.
Dylan slowly skull fucking me.
Ew. All right. What is your next plan? What do you plan on doing?
I go retrieve the corpse of the nude lady.
All right. So you probably dropped her outside, so you just go outside and grab it. It is about maybe 2 p.m. at this point.
All right.
Yeah. Just thought I'd give you some dynamic daytime changes.
So cool.
This guy's left by now. Yeah, he's
All right.
awesome.
I bring her back inside.
All right. What do you want to do with her? I fuck her body. Okay.
Yes. I want to stack stuff up to get on the roof.
Okay. Now,
Just to make it easier than jumping onto the roof.
all right. So you find some wooden boxes, maybe
Ye-
3, and because you're so long anyway, you just step onto the first one. You're like, oh, I probably didn't need the other 2, but you step on the other 2 anyway, and you just kind
I'm a
of
long boy.
he's kind of do you want to drag her dead body onto the roof?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to be on the roof as well?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if the roof holds you. Okay. So this is what happens. Do you put the body on first, or what? How are you doing this?
I put her body on and then climb on.
Okay, you put the body on near the top of the roof, and then you try to brace yourself and just push up, but you're just you just feel the roof crumbling below you, and you know that if you try to push onto it, you probably break the roof.
Okay, I'm going to take her body back off the roof
All right.
and bring it inside.
All right, bring the body inside.
I take my dagger and I slit the other 4 people's throats.
Jesus. Okay.
I put her body in the center of the shack, or the hut.
Mm-hmm.
And I surround her body with their bodies.
This is some weird. You're trying to make it seem like she died in some sort of orgy.
How did you know?
Oh, how do you know?
And then I'm going to take... Hey, shut up.
Sorry.
Then I'm going to take their blood and start marking her body with their blood from their necks, obviously.
So kind of like this.
Yep.
Okay. You start marking their necks with her blood?
I take their neck blood and start marking her entirely nude body with it.
Okay. Andrew's been doing some weird fanfiction reading recently, but it's fine.
And I also write some celestial and abyssal rune circles around the bodies on the floor as well, with their neck blood as well.
Okay.
Because, gotta love neck blood.
The floor shakes and Cthulhu comes out. Oh, okay.
Oh no. Alright, I gotta go get my McDonald's. Asteraoth goes and gets McDonald's.
Ah, yes. Roll for McDonald's? How good is it? Yeah, it looks pretty
Big spice.
I put that down and I was like, oh, whew. Now I'm into it.
Alright. Now then.
Alright, what were we doing? Sacrificing people, yes, okay.
I take everything that is burnable and start building it around their bodies.
So, this is what you're talking about with the dry wood, right? Like last time or whatever. So yeah, I mean, the roofs, you could probably just start, picking stuff off of the roof and, there's probably, natural stuff that she's been collecting. So you just start grabbing shit and just, piling it around. Alright, cool.
Yep. Alright,
and just get on the roof a few times and it just smashes and you're like, perfect.
I found wood.
My mom said my fat ass would never be anything. It's a roof breaker.
Alright. See. And once I get that, I need to find some way to light it. Which... How is the inn lit? Were there candles in there?
The inn? Yeah, there were candles.
Chandeliers. Alright, I'm a sprint my boy. My lanky ass over there.
Okay. Do you want to stealth?
Yeah, I'll sprint over here and then stealth.
Okay. Alright, perfect. What'd you get?
Natural 20.
Ooh. God damn, dude. I hate you. Okay, yeah, you managed to sneak through the streets. They're deathly quiet at this point. You assume that anyone who has survived the onslaught that you and your friends brought is either, left the town or hiding away in their houses. And, yeah, you head over to the inn, and you walk inside, and, again, it's empty. There have been burn marks, scorch marks everywhere, and there are dead bodies, corpses that have been turned to ash, and also just flesh strewn about.
Great.
Looks like they managed to put the fire out, but not before they could, really save anything.
Is there anything on fire at all?
No. No, they put it all out, essentially.
Well, then this is useless to me. Is the tiefling body still there, minus the head?
Yeah, the head, the body is still there.
Alright, I take the tiefling body.
You walk over to the tiefling body, and you're now farther into the, the destroyed inn. The first place you stepped into when you came to Hamlet. And you pick up the body. I assume you want to drag it towards the door?
Yep.
Alright, you drag it towards the door. You look over towards the door, and you see a person standing in the doorway.
Oh, hello there.
They look like a younger female, human, but she's wearing like, sort of short robes. They're red. She has red hair, and she's just like kind of smirking at you, and she's like, "You have fun here?"
A little bit.
Have you seen
Not the gambling kind, but a little bit.
Ah, yes. Have you seen my friend? It's a bit of a...
Who's your friend?
He's a human, male. He was working with
Saw a lot of those.
But he was supposed to be at a meeting and haven't been able to find him. Yeah, your boy dead? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, holy shit, he dead.
She pulls out a cloth and says, "The name's Eagle Fist. We're looking for Eagle Fist." And you see the man's face that you saw earlier on the cloth.
He was at the Druid Hut earlier. At what point? I did see him over there with some guards.
Been snooping a lot around a lot recently.
Yeah, considering how many people just died.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. She walks outside without even like saying goodbye, and you see her begin to walk towards the house.
I'm gonna slink behind her through the trees.
Alright, stealth check.
Sees me the entire... Trumps through there like a water buffalo. Alright, 15.
Jesus. Okay. Actually, I need to check her stats real quick just to make sure.
Natural 20.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so she just walks towards where the druid lived. She walks through the trees into the yard and starts heading towards the house, and you're just following silently behind her. Do you do anything to stop her, or do you just let her walk inside?
No, I want to sit in the trees.
And watch her?
And watch her. I'm going to be closer so I can hear her.
Okay.
Try to hear her anyway.
You see her slowly open the door and look inside. And she doesn't walk in, she just looks. And then you see her pull out this stone. This glowing stone. And you just hear her voice low in like a whispery tone saying, "Ruvius, Eaglefist is dead. I'm coming back." And then she begins to walk away from the house. I'm going to give her one last perception check as she walks away too. Never mind. She doesn't notice you. She just begins to walk away, and you can see just like sort of like, not like a sad, but like a solemn look on her face. Like maybe she knew who this guy was. Maybe they weren't friends, but they were, they knew each other. So yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, she walks away.
Big spice. Now I gotta go find something to light this.
Alright.
How did I run back to the barn? Is there anything in there? Specifically torches or anything like that.
Another stealth check.
Or candles, for that matter. Scares all the horses and the bludgeon. 17.
17. Okay, yeah, you make it to the barn. Fine.
All the dead people notice me.
Make it back to the farm, and the child is gone. The horses, only one remains. And you do see a bit of a like a torch on a wall, just like nailed in. But you could probably just lift it up if you wanted to.
Is all the money gone?
You mean like the 2 gold you passed to the kid?
And then like the 10 or 100 that William whipped at her?
Oh.
At the kid?
Yes, that gold is gone.
Alright, just checking. Alright, I take the torch.
Alright, you take the torch and head back. Yep, you stealth back through with the torch in hand. Yeah, you're starting to get the idea that there's no one really here to stop you at this point. Lazaro is nowhere to be seen. The guard that was after you. Occasionally you hear like shouts in the town, like maybe a couple blocks down, but you just keep moving, and you head back to the house.
All right, I want to light it on fire.
Okay.
Specifically the pyre, not the whole house.
All right, you light it. I'm gonna do some dice rolls, but tell me what the effect you want to happen. Yeah, that's not good.
I want to light it and then burn their bodies.
Okay. Yeah. What so you want that fire to burn their bodies, essentially?
Yes.
Okay, so you light the dead wood and junk that you've just piled around the bodies and the blood, and it begins to catch the bodies on fire, and the fire begins to roar very bright and very hot. You can feel it all over your face, and you can see that part of the roof has also begun to catch on fire. Not a lot, but you can see that there is definitely an effect that you've done this in like a dry wood hut.
Oh, I entirely mean to burn the entire hut down. I just...
Oof, loud doors. All right. What do you do?
I walk outside, stand right here, and watch it burn. Watch it burn.
All right. About 10 minutes passes by as this hut just begins to cave in on itself, and the flames begin to, the smoke is high in the sky. And are you smiling? Are you sad? Like, how are you taking this in?
I am on my knees, hands clasped together, and bowing.
Okay. And it looks beautiful. And about maybe 30 minutes goes by, and the house is practically ash at this point.
Hey.
Bodies nowhere to be seen.
Fantastic. I get up and leave in silence.
All right.
And go back to retrieve my tiefling.
Okay. You head back towards the... Did you leave her at the inn?
Yeah.
All right. You head back towards the inn. Yeah. What do you want to do with your tiefling? Sounds weird to say.
I'm gonna put her on the edge of town where we first walked in, just so that I know where she is whenever it is that I leave.
Okay, so like around here, and you probably like a good hour's gone by at this point, so it's probably about around 3 p.m. ish.
Right. And also wrap her up in whatever blanket type thing I can find.
Do you hide her in like some bushes?
I just like sit her up against a tree, but wrapped in
a tiefling cocoon.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, that is done. Let's see. See, I want to walk over to the blacksmith. Or the leather worker first, because that's right there.
Okay.
See what's going on in there.
You head over to the leather worker.
How dare you?
Okay. You walk up to a building. Actually, hold on. Let me get the actual page ready, just in case anything happens.
There's a family happily eating dinner inside. Oh, wait a minute.
You moonblast the table. All right.
Slams ass cheeks on the table.
So it kind of looks like a house, with leather hide tacked to the front door. Do you step inside?
Yep.
Yeah, you slightly open the door. You look inside. You don't really see anything. The candles are out. There's a chilling silence. Yeah, give me a perception check.
8.
You hear nothing. The setup looks basic. There's a bit of a booth near the back, which you think maybe someone would stand behind and sell their wares from. There's a tanning rack slightly near there. And there's 2 shelving units on the side of the wall with the door on it. And they are crammed full with various, tools that you'd use for leatherworking and the like. There's also a staircase near the back that leads up.
I want to walk up the staircase.
Of course you do. Yeah, you walk upstairs. Give me another perception check. Obviously, sight isn't a problem for you with your dark vision, but you want to listen in to see if you hear anything.
12.
12. You do think for a moment, as you head upstairs, you hear something, but you're not quite sure. You think maybe you were just hearing the sounds of your own footsteps on the stairs, like creaking, but it just, you thought for a moment maybe you heard breathing or something.
Oh.
Do you continue up the stairs?
I yell out, is anyone still here?
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
10.
You hear for a moment a young voice that says, yes! And then it almost sounds like their mouth gets like slapped or like covered.
Gets choked out. Alright, I keep walking up the stairs.
You keep walking up the stairs. You see a bedroom and a kitchen attached to each other. Like there's no walls, and it's very small. But yeah, you see like a door in the corner that looks maybe like some sort of closet or pantry, and yeah, you don't see anyone though.
I'm gonna use combat wild shape.
Okay.
Twice to heal myself 1d8 each of those. Because, now is a good time to figure out that I have that. It's 10 health I get back.
Damn.
Hey. I'm at half health, boys.
Let's go. Living it up.
I go into the bedroom.
Alright, you stand... You walk through the kitchen into the bedroom, and you stand in front of a dirty old some sort of mattress. It looks like there's fleas on it, and it looks like maybe multiple people slept on this, not just 2, like maybe 5 or 6. And there's a plate next to it, crumbs on it, but it's empty otherwise.
Oh.
I pick up the plate and I shine a light on the wall.
I light the plate on. I eat some of the crumbs.
You desperately grab at the crumbs and shove them in your disgusting mouth. And you just, yeah. Okay, you hear for a moment, shuffling in the closet area you saw, and you hear, are they still out there? And you're just like, shut up!
I say, yeah, I'm still out here.
And then you hear nothing.
I skedaddle my way over to the closet area.
Alright, give me a stealth check.
4.
Alright, as soon as you get even slightly within 5 feet of the door swings open. And out comes a young, maybe 12 years old boy holding a dagger. And he immediately tries to stab you with it. He rolls a 7, so he doesn't hit you. But he, like, jabs towards you, and you, like, sidestep him, like, trying not to get stabbed, shanked by a young boy. And he says, get out! Get out of our house! Get out! And he's gonna try to attack you again. That time with a 9, so still missing. He's just like, go! Go! Get out of here! give you a chance to react or respond.
I want to kick him as hard as I can.
Okay, yeah, roll to attack the boy.
17.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
That is... Here it is. A whole 6 damage.
You kick the boy, and his body goes flinging backwards, and his head smashes up against a night table, and his body just goes limp. His head is gushing blood.
Oh no.
You look inside.
Okay, I run over to the kid.
Wait, you run?
I run over to the kid, yeah.
Okay, you run over to the kid, and yeah, you check his pulse, and there's just nothing.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, so usually with an NPC like a child, I would give him a chance to do death saves, but he has 2 HP, so you insta-killed him. Not hard. Not hard.
It's not hard to kill a 12-year-old.
You just fucking demon kicked him into a fucking nightstand table, just like... yeah, what do you do next? Do you look in the pantry? Do you leave the building? Do you kill yourself? What do you do?
Yeah, I'll look in the pantry, why not?
Alright, you like tiptoe back over towards the pantry, and inside you just see these 2 other kids, one female, one male. They look about maybe 8 and 7, and they're just hugging each other. Their eyes are glossy with tears, and they just like look up at you and just terrified. Just close the door slightly and just... Oh, sorry!
Let's see, I'll lay 50 silver on the ground and slowly back out.
You hear them cry more as you just like leave, and you just walk out the door.
Beautiful.
Alright, you leave the leather worker's house. Another successful outing for Asteraoth.
Now let's go, boys.
Alright.
I wanna walk on over to the blacksmith.
Alright, you go to the blacksmith's. If you ever touch my fucking player model again, I swear to God. Let's see where the blacksmith shit is. Okay, yeah, you walk to the blacksmith. You see a rusty metal door outside of a sort of large brick building. There's a chimney on the top of it, still booming steam out of it.
Oh. I walk in.
Okay, you go to open the door and you find that it's locked.
How dare you? It's a window.
No, it's a brick building. This is one of those moments in the game where I wonder if you figured something out, but we'll see.
Climbs down the chimney and dies.
You stand outside of the blacksmith, just distraught that the door will not open. But I'm Asteraoth! I command you to open!
I knock politely.
You knock politely. Couple seconds go by, you don't get a response.
I leave.
Fuck's sake. Alright, where do you go?
I go over to the herdsman.
And it's just like, I'm gonna do everything this village has to offer before I do anything else. You go over to the herdsman. Who is number 26? Okay. You walk up to a barn-like house with a wheel nailed to a post. This is the residence of what looks to be some sort of shop. or local wheel.
Alright, I walk in.
Alright, this door does open.
Hey.
You walk inside and you see a man lying on the ground in distress. You see a bloody path where a body has been dragged, and you see him in his arms. He's holding the body of a woman, wearing a guard's garb and a sword by her side, but the sword is no longer in the sheath, and you just see a drowsy look in his eyes as he looks up to you.
Oh no. I kneel down and ask what's wrong with her.
He looks to you for a moment, and then just sort of like he almost like he doesn't roll his eyes, but he almost rolls his eyes with his entire body, and just says, "You know what this is."
AIDS. You gave her the AIDS. How could you?
He gives you a look as if like she doesn't have her sword on her, but if she did, he would use it. He just looks helpless as he folds the dead body.
I back out of the herdsman house and slowly close the door.
I'm really trying to push the idea that you guys just destroyed a lot of people's lives last episode. Oh, God. Alright, where do you go next?
I go to the closest building across the street.
Okay.
I fart.
You walk up to another hut, and you see, once again, just a silent house. You even I'll even speed this up. You walk upstairs. You search around the house looking for any sign of life. There's just none. Looks like the house was left in a hurry, either from people coming to help with the fight or leaving once the fight was over. Yeah, okay, that's funny. I'm gonna kill him anyway.
I loot the house.
Alright. Let's see what the house has to offer. Up. That's the sound of me slowly... okay. As soon as this page loads, I will tell you what the house has to offer. Oh, fuck. Okay, so...
Oh.
Anticipation is killing me. Come on, baby. Come on, you can do it, Bessie. Okay, so... The house, in all, is, you know, pretty bare, considering. I mean, a lot of these people don't have a lot. So you find a couple of, you know, kitchen utensils and cuppery, if that's a word, Tupperwares and things. You find, searching the entire house from bottom to top, in that order, you find about 400 gold just like stashed away in places. You think maybe that's like someone's life savings, or multiple people's life savings, and yeah, you can tell that these people left very quickly. Did they not take anything?
I take the life savings.
Okay. Yeah, you take the 400 gold.
I I'm growing.
I'm half laughing, half crying at how just depressing this whole place is now. And I would have gone
realizing
too. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Realizing that I haven't found the cheese. Oh, okay.
Hey Andrew, can we get McDonald's? Okay, that didn't even sound like words that time. Hey Mateo! Hey Mateo! My spine itches! What'd she say?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Is that Maria?
Nope.
Oh. Can't tell anymore.
Anyway, I walked to the next closest
right. I forgot we were playing a game. Alright, you walked to the next closest what?
building. Probably be this, unless this tree-looking thing's a building.
Alright, you go there. Alright, in front of you is a large building with a sign showing a saw and hammer.
I leave.
Up, done with this boring shit. Alright, where do you go next?
Walk down the street. Looking for the mad cheese.
Okay. You head to a new house. Speaking of new house, it looks new. Set off from the road by a low stone wall. No cheese in sight.
Oh no. Is there anybody in sight?
Anybody? Give me a perception check.
Perception. 15.
Okay. You look closer into the house. You stick your head inside. You do see someone inside. A older woman whose eyes have almost glazed over. They look almost completely white. Maybe she's blind. And she sits rocking back and forth in a chair, just looking up towards the ceiling.
Alright, I leave her to her rocking in peace.
Alright.
I walk down the street, assumably seeing whatever it is that this is, and
You what? You see...
Asteraoth assumes this is the cheese.
Okay. Let me see. You see tents and huts, maybe dozens of them, maybe hundreds. You're not quite sure from where you are, and yeah, you see what looks like maybe was once a populated place. But the thing that give me a intelligence check.
Intelligence. 22.
22. Okay, the cogs in your slow ass brain start to turn, and you notice collars and chains, and you think that maybe this was some sort of slave area. But the thing that concerns you is it doesn't look like it was emptied recently. It looks like maybe it's been empty for a while now. So there may be more than just you in this village. Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up! Woo!
Alright, I walk through the valley of the shadow.
Imagine
of death.
this is the point in the episode where this creepy music starts playing as you realize that you might not be completely alone. Anyway, you You walk into a... here, I'll help you out there. You walk here. You see a large stone wall and a tower at the very top. The structure is maybe 55 feet high, and there's a smaller tower rising inside the greater one at about 35 feet. I guess you couldn't see that. I don't know why I read that to you anyway.
I have a masterful perception of the entire world.
I'm so good, my eyes actually become a drone, and I can see everything. Yeah.
Yes. Can I go in?
I mean, you probably could somewhere. You're not quite sure.
I'm entirely convinced that this is the cheese, and I start sprinting around the wall,
Okay.
trying to find a way in.
Alright. Around about here, you notice an area that looks like it could be some sort of gate.
Let's go, boys, and I sprint toward it.
Alright. You sprint toward it. Give me a dex saving throw.
Dex 16.
Okay. Oh, yeet, rip. Alright, you take four non-lethal damage.
Calm down here!
As this rock comes flying out from one of the towers, you're not quite sure which one. It just smacks you across the face as you run up towards the gate.
Ow. I yell, "You poopy head."
You genuinely yell, "You poopy head," very loudly, and you just hear this voice, this just disturbing voice say, "You're not allowed to be! Go away!"
I was in the bathroom.
I say, "No, you."
What the fuck do you want with me?
To leave.
Another dex save.
12.
You take 5 more non-lethal damage as another rock just comes sailing down and slats you in the head. And this time you can kind of see the direction it's coming from. It looks like it's coming from the larger tower. You just hear this voice like, "Get the fuck away from me, bro! I'm not trying to fuck around, just go!"
I say, "I'll be back," and I wiggle away.
Okay. Yeah, if you start running away from the place, they won't throw any more rocks. You just hear, Don't do back, don't." That's what you hear. He's clearly very good at having the last laugh. Yeah, where'd he go? Just leaves the town. I've had enough of this. There's no cheese here.
I walk back into the center of town.
Okay.
Big Neum.
You walk back into the... I'm going to say about probably 30 minutes has gone by as you've just been traveling around, just not being able to find anything.
Breaking and entering.
Give me a perception check.
14.
Okay. You begin to see lights. Not the sun, but something casting a light on shadows coming near you from around this area, and you hear voices. Dark, deep voices, dark voices saying, "This way. This is where it happened." Sounding like some sort of effect is on the voice, and it's spooky. What do you do?
Does sinister jig in the middle of this. I run into the trees.
Which trees?
Slam into every tree. The druid trees.
Okay. You run back towards the trees. You can still see some smoke from where you burnt the fucking druid's house down. How long do you wait?
I'll wait 10 minutes to see if they come any closer.
Alright, stealth check. This episode's just
They're right next
Andrew
to you.
runs around and makes stealth checks.
19.
It doesn't take 10 minutes, about maybe 30 seconds until you see these two cloaked figures, dark faces, walk past the blacksmith and down the road towards the inn. And you can see them stop. One stops outside looking towards the trees, towards the druid's house. The other walks up to the inn and steps inside. You see the one that's outside looking around. And now that you take a closer look, you can see almost like bloodshot eyes coming from this just nothing. You just don't even see a face besides the eyes. And like there's just like a moment. And then all of a sudden, you realize he's locking eyes with you. And he says, "I found one." And roll initiative. Natural 20, my dude. Finally beat your bullshit stealth rolls. Do you have like a high plus, or are you just rolling well?
I have a 0 of stealth.
Jesus Christ.
Or a 0 of dexterity.
Alright, let's do this thing.
I got 18 initiative. Has no plus initiative either. Let's go.
Jesus. No. So much for that natural 20. Alright, it's your go. What do? You can see him staring at you.
You know what? I'm gonna try to throw a javelin at
Okay.
my one javelin. Natural 20.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that hit it a little bit. Do some damage.
Let's see. Ah, 1d6. I got a 4.
Okay, so 8 damage to the one standing outside. You're throwing a javelin at him?
Yep.
Okay, so it impales into his chest, and you can just see, like, he looks like nothing, like, there's no change in his face, and just suddenly, he's gone, the javelin falls to the ground, and then he reappears. And he just
Great.
looks at you. Okay, he is going to he just starts, like, not even walking, just floating towards you. And he says, "You might want to fly away, little birdie." And he is going to cast a thing at you. So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I am a wisdom god. Natural 20 plus 3.
Jesus Christ.
23.
Okay, so you begin to feel this, like, piercing pain inside your head, but you're just like, but I can't fly, and then the pain just goes away, and you can just see him like, very good. The other one, you can see him kick the door down. This one looks slightly different. The one that was trying to mind fuck you is much more thin and looks like he maybe is some sort of wizard. The other one looks very brawn and like big muscly, but they have the same outfits, same skin, everything, eyes. The other one runs outside, can't make it to you, but just uses his full turn to just start sprinting at you. But you hear no sound as he sprints. It's your go.
I'm gonna do a 180 and sprint as far as I can in the opposite.
Alright, you want to sprint towards the druid's house again?
Yep.
Alright, you just start running. Yeah, that's your entire go. The mystery man's, so your back is faced away from him, so you don't see what he does. But, let's see. 15 hits.
Yep.
Alright. 7, what is it? I guess psychic damage. as all of a sudden your head, you can feel like almost like your head begins to elongate and starts moving around in like a pudding just sort of thing, and you're like, what the fuck? You think you're having a stroke for a minute, and you just hear, run from me, do it. The other guy is just going to continue sprinting. So it's your
Yeah,
go.
no, I pass out from having a stroke.
Okay, you fall down to the ground, and the entire world around you is like swirling and swirling until like you just can't see anything besides these two black figures walk up, and you can feel them begin to drag your body.
Good.
But you don't feel the ground below you suddenly, and you black out. Maybe a minute goes by when suddenly your eyes open again on 1 HP, and you see these two figures that you were fighting, caged in light, white boxes around them both, trying to break free. You look side to side, trying to see what's happening, and you see this old fucking man dressed in a purple robe, holding his hand up, and you can't hear anything, but you just see him screaming, and you see these two figures run in, one wielding a sword of light, and it smashes up against the black, goes through the cage completely, smashes up against the black man. Yep, nailed it. And just like shatters him to pieces for a moment. And then you see the woman you saw earlier, the red-headed girl, and she's holding this glowing stick of dynamite, and it just throws it, and it lands inside the cage and just explodes. And when the flash goes away, you see nothing inside the cage, and you pass out again. And yeah, maybe an hour or so goes by, and you wake up once again, and I'll show you what you see. I just have to set it up real quick because I thought you'd come here a different way.
Me in a tub of noodles.
Okay. Gotta delete that. Okay. You wake up and you are lying down on a sideways bench that has been propped up just to keep your head looking towards the people around you. You look up. Give me a perception check.
12.
You see a old man holding a staff of some sort. He looks absolutely exhausted, as if he just got done, killing just horrible monsters. You see two women. One, the one you saw before, holding a piece of chicken, just eating it, just slobberily. You see another tanned woman staring at you, quite interested to see what you're doing. You see a woman near the back sitting on a stool, talking to a younger man who's just like sitting on a table, legs swinging back and forth, and they seem to be discussing something quite intensely. And then you look even harder, and for a moment, you think your eyes are deceiving you. And then you realize that standing very close to you is a dwarf, holding a stick, attached to it, many clothings.
No.
And you can see the old man and this dwarf discussing you. All of a sudden your hearing comes back and you hear, "I told you, there's bloody demons, all the like of them." And you can just hear this older man just saying, I know what you believe, Gillian, but this one, he took out many of their forces today. He's clearly not with them. Yeah, what do you do? You're on 1 HP.
I imagine myself taking his clothes.
You're just like looking at the dwarf, just like, yeah. I want those. Gillian makes eye contact with you and goes, "See, even now." Oh no, so that's not his voice. See, fuck. Even now, he tries to deceive you. Look at him, the way he looks at me. He wants me dead. And Ruvius just laughs like, "Old friend, you know that all he wants is his Winky not to be out. swinging in the breeze. Drin just looks at the old man like, if you ever say Winky again, I'm gonna slap your ass. Yeah, what do you do?
I look at the tan person who's staring at me.
Mm-hmm. She's still looking at you and says, "Still alive there, Aasimar?"
Interesting that you know my name. Have we met?
She knows your race, not your name. Your name's Asteraoth.
Sorry, I had a stroke earlier.
Forgets the name.
I'm actually a toaster.
Yeah.
Common misconception.
Still alive there, toaster.
Very good.
The red-headed younger woman in the corner near the staircase, like, speaks up, just like swallows another chunk of chicken and just says, "Are we getting him to help us or not? I'm getting tired of this." And Ruvius looks at her and says, "Have patience, my child. I have been watching you, Asteraoth. Very interested in your dealings past couple hours while your friends have run, the cowards."
I mean, one of them died.
Yes, one of them did die. You just stare at each other. Drin's like, okay, sorry, he's not used to this. He's actually, not from here. He's from lands far away, but we asked him to come because of everything that's been going on in the town. If you don't say anything, Ruvius looks towards you once again, and
are they referring to me?
He says, "No. No,
okay.
Not you. There is a dark evil in this place. I came 10 days ago trying to save these people, but I was too weak." Gillian says, That's an understatement. And Ruvius looks at him with like a snickering eye and just like, "When I came here, Aasimar, I was 32 years old." Everyone in the room
And how old are you now?
Drin says, "Clearly not 32.
Shut your whore mouth, I didn't ask you.
Ruvius' concerned face of your health suddenly becomes more sorrowful, and he says, "Yes, 10 days ago, I came here as a ripe young pup, ready to solve this village's problems. But I was too weak."
Is this dude actually a dog?
Do you whisper that to someone?
Yep.
Who do you whisper that to?
Whoever's closest.
So Gillian.
Yep.
Gillian looks at you, bemused, but kind of like he wants to laugh and then realizes that Ruvius is being serious and then like straightens his face like, anyway. And Ruvius continues. "When I arrived in the village, I thought all it would take was a few magic spells and the power of the divine to free these people. But I was wrong. I went down into a deep cave, and I was attacked, captured, and they took something from me. They took
your virginity.
They took my youth."
You. That's terrible.
"Alone.
I must get it back.
Just the few of us. We can't do this. But I've seen what you've been doing. You killed 8 people all at once. How?
That might have been an accident.
Even so, you clearly have powers that we do not have."
They wanted my money.
Gillian's like, "You wanted my clothes."
Yeah, well, you still won, so calm down.
"I only won because the guards showed up. If they hadn't showed up, the demons, they..." And Ruvius gives him another look like, "There's no demons here. The demons are down below, in the sewers.
Want to go for round 2?
And as far as I'm aware, with Eagle Fist gone, you're the only hope we have, Asteraoth."
Oh.
And
Oh my.
Boom Boom gets up from her table, walks over to you and says, "Yes, I saw his body. You were right. He was in there. There was some sort of
Wow, you
ritual
have a deep voice.
going on. She kneels down to be level with you and says, "Look, I don't like you as much as you don't like lots of people, clearly. But the way I see it, Ruvius is right. We don't have a lot of options. You killed a lot of people today, whether you tried to or not. We could use that."
Interesting. I'm listening.
Ruvius says again, "All we are two teenagers who hate each other. A woman who does best selling, not fighting. A dwarf the same. And Boom over here. All she really does is throw sticks, bombs, and the like. A warrior like you, who can use magic to his aid. That is something we need." And Ruvius stomps his staff twice on the ground.
Well, while I am still here, I can help you with that, yes.
Ruvius.
But
Okay.
I have a raging headache right now, so...
Yes, we will let you rest. There are rooms. Not many. One, to be exact, slightly below us. You are allowed to take it. The rest of us will keep watch in case any more of those monsters come back. In the morning, Asteraoth. In the morning, we end the curse that plagues this place. And then he begins to walk towards the stairs. The rest of them following besides Yabrin and Laroon. And, yeah, you can head downstairs and rest. So that will be a long rest for the night.
Well, let's go, boy.
And in the morning...
I'm back.
In the morning, you, I assume, walk downstairs.
I walked upstairs because I was downstairs.
Okay. You are currently on the second floor. You see a staircase going down and a staircase going up. You can choose which one you go down, up or down.
Okay, I'll walk downstairs.
Okay, you head back downstairs. You see what appears to be some sort of shop. Probably selling cheese, you assume.
Jeez.
Ruvius says, "Ah, you're up." Drin looks over to you and says, "Yeah, this place belonged to Eaglefist. Evan Eaglefist. He was the very first member of our order."
What is your order?
Right, we haven't explained much to you, have we?
I wouldn't have gotten it anyway.
About 6 weeks ago, a couple of us in town started to realize that a lot of the workers outside the village were disappearing. We weren't quite sure. At first we thought maybe they were running away, trying to, escape, but then we started to realize that their bodies were showing up in the rivers. Something was going on below our city, and a lot of us didn't like it. But those that didn't like it began to disappear as well. So we had to start meeting up in a secret place, and Evan owned this place and offered it to us as a meeting place. That's when we asked if Ruvius could come. We sent letters to him. He showed up and tried to do what he could, but he returned as this old man, and Ruvius said, "A young old man." As his, you just hear a crack in his back, "Oh!"
Oh, that's new.
With Eaglefist gone, we need someone new to lead us into the sewers and find their secret base. And he knew where it was, and I don't know. I have concerns that we might not be able to find it now, but I believe that maybe you can do it.
So no one knows where it is.
Ruvius says, "When I came, Evan led me into the sewers. But I was attacked. Led somewhere else, I'm not sure where. But they as well dropped my body into the rivers. Thought I was dead. I barely managed to survive. I know that if we go down there, we should be able to find where they are. Wherever they are."
Great, nobody knows. Let's go.
Yeah, he at this point he essentially just gives you leadership. He says you can decide who comes, who doesn't. He needs at least 2 people to stay back just in case they all die, essentially.
Ooh, spicy.
So you get to pick. I'll bring the other 2 down so you can pick who you want to come with. So, Yabrin looks to have a sword on him. He looks like he might be able to handle himself. Ruvis is coming regardless of whether you choose or not. Gillian is obviously a salesman, but he looks like maybe he can handle himself a bit with his staff. Boom Boom is crazy. Drin is very serious. Laroon doesn't appear to have any sort of ability. She just seems to be a young woman. And, yeah.
Alright, so... Boom Boom's coming with.
Alright, Boom Boom. We'll go back to Hunger Games in my kitchen.
Who's Laroon?
Laroon is a young woman. She appears to... Her best skill is reading books.
Amazing.
Yes.
Gillian stays here to tell the story of my demon ship.
Okay. Gillian stays. He says, "If that's what you want." Walks upstairs. Looks kind of upset, but he understands.
Throws clothing at them.
You hear these like children talking as if maybe they're hiding children somewhere.
The voices in my head. They're back.
The rest stand around you eagerly waiting for your decision.
Sorry, the voices.
Jesus Christ. Just a war starts.
Who's Drin?
Drin is, appears to be maybe, besides Ruvis, the leader of the group, now that Eagle Fist is gone. She doesn't appear to have many weapons, maybe a sword on her side, but looks very stoic, waiting for your response.
I'll take Drin.
Alright, Drin will come. So Boom and Drin, Ruvius, and you have one more to pick between Laroon and Yabrin. Yeah, boy.
I have Laroon stay here, and Yabrin comes with.
All right, you pick your crew. So the 5 of you head outside, and Drin leads you through the streets towards what looks to be a hole in the ground. You lift a metal circle, as they're called in the fantasy world, and you look down and you see a strange green glow coming from below. But a Boom Boom heads down first, not even waiting for you to talk. You do see, almost in an instant, you hear footsteps from around various corners begin to climb into your mind. If that's how you can describe that. And you see about 3 more of these dark figures heading your way. And almost in an instant, Drin pulls her sword out and just says, "I'll be behind you." And she begins to run towards them. And Ruvis just looks like, "I'm getting too old for this," and starts climbing down the hole.
Mother of God.
And yeah, unless you go next, Yabrin will follow Ruvius.
Yep, I'm going down.
Alright, you go down, and then Yabrin slightly after you. Yabrin sort of like holds the metal thing, waiting to see if Drin comes, and then there's just like a second where he's just like, "God have mercy on your soul," and he closes it. And we will go to the next map. Hold up, fam. Just trying to check that I got everybody. Yes, I did.
Oh, big no.
This is what you see. We're gonna do initiative just to make it easier to see who does what when. So I will pop out the old initiative thing, and I'll add everyone a turn. Jesus Christ, I rolled 2 6s and an 8. Alright. Let me know. Rolls a 3 and dies.
Hey. I was throwing something away. I didn't.
You just what?
If you told me to do something. Yeah.
Roll initiative. Just so I can keep track of time.
2.
2, okay. Alright, so Rufus looks to the group, and in his most hushed tone he can, he says, which one of us should look ahead? There could be others. He's just saying, like, who wants to stealth up. Let me check real quick to see if either of these two would be good at stealth. Okay, +2 for Yabrin, +2 for Boom Boom. Let me check Ruvius. It's probably a negative, but we'll check anyway.
+5.
Stealth +1. What do you got? Plus nothing, right?
0.
Alright.
Yep.
Yabrin offers, being the youngest, says, I'll check up ahead. So he is going to roll a stealth check, just in case. Not going to tell you what I rolled. And he moves up here, and he looks around the corner, and he looks back towards you guys and says, there's someone over here, but they don't look like a soldier. And
I still just see a big black box.
Really?
Yep.
Zoom all the way out. Is it nothing?
Nope. Just smaller black box.
Huh. Okay.
Let's go, boy.
Let me see. It might be something to do with the page. Does that fix it? Wait, no, I don't think it does. Huh. Weird, okay, so on my screen I can see what you see, but for some reason you don't. Perhaps I don't have your... let me check my settings for another map. Enforce. Huh, very strange. Just turns out that you're just unable to do anything. How about now? Do you see anything now?
Fat no.
What the shit? Okay. I'm just gonna keep checking what I did on these other maps to see if I changed anything. I'm gonna check Asteraoth to see if that... Here, let me copy and paste Asteraoth. See if that does anything.
A horse pops up in the sewer. Ah! Kill it! Kill it with kindness.
Kill it. Kill it. Kill it with kindness. This is going really well.
Ayo.
Not only did I copy it, it didn't paste. Did I not copy it? There we go. Do you see anything now?
Break the damn table. Yeah. Nope.
So the horse can't see either. Interesting.
It's dark down here. Oh, holy shit, you don't have eyes.
Did you see anything on the map prior?
The town map?
The, in the building?
No.
Interesting, okay. You didn't see any of that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you were in like a building, like a restaurant. But apparently you didn't see any of that.
I was in a building, that's crazy.
Background. Yeah, this is really weird about it for whatever reason. What about these guys? The worst part is, like, the settings are the exact same as all the other maps, so...
Hey. We should buy our plane tickets soon.
Yeah, we should have bought our plane tickets, like, 3 weeks ago. 3 months ago, more like.
You know, they're cheapest 6 weeks out, 3 p.m. on Tuesday.
Fuck it, we're just gonna do this. Can you see everything?
Yes.
Okay, we're just gonna do it that way, because that's the easiest way to do it.
Fantastic.
There's not a horse next to you.
Oh.
Alright,
Shit.
so yeah, he just says to you, I see someone, but it doesn't look like a soldier.
Alright, let's go. Swims
You
through
see
the
nothing
poop.
again?
Yep.
How about now?
Still nothing.
How about...
Alright, let's go.
Well, now.
Lights out. Ah, there we go.
Okay. I see what the problem is.
You're very
I think the two lighting things are fucking with each other. Alright, you didn't see any of that.
Hey.
Alright, yeah. It is now your... No, it's Boom Boom's go, so she's gonna move up next to him. What do you do?
Is this... Yes. Okay. Since I'm already in the poop, I'm gonna swim up next to him in the poop.
Okay. Ruvius, on his go, will walk across this little platform and walk next to you. You all see this person now, walking back and forth, moving their crates and such. They don't seem to notice you, though.
Hmm.
They look tired and a little bit abused. But yeah, the water you're in, it doesn't even seem like poop. It just seems like... Give me an Arcana check.
15.
The water has magic in it, but you're not quite sure what it is. You can just tell that it's fucked up, whatever it is.
That's great. Alright, I'm gonna climb out the poop water. And walk over to the dude and tap him on the shoulder.
Okay, you walk over to the dude, and he panics for a minute, drops his box, looks at you, and and says, "Oh boy." That's all.
Well, okay then. Oh,
You run back.
I think he's happy to see us.
He actually says, "Sir, did you come to bring me orders?" And then, as he sees the others, and says, "Oh, Yabrin, what are you all doing here?"
We've come to bring you orders.
Ruvius says, "Don't go out of the sewers. There's danger up there." And he says, the worker says, I know. They've taken my family, but I don't know where. Somewhere farther into the sewers.
Oh,
I
great.
have to keep working." And then he walks back over and starts bringing more boxes. Yeah, it's Ruvis's go. He is going to just continue to head down this way and says, "I don't see anything. You can come this way."
Oh,
Yabrin will also move this way, and Boom Boom will follow him. Your go.
I will yeet over here and look into this room over here.
Okay. You see...
How far can I go? Just here.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. You see what appears to be another room even farther down, but these large pipes make a loud noise, like something is flowing through them, but chunkier than a liquid. And
Gross.
you see here on the ground a crate, or not a crate, like a thing in the ground that you can see the water is also underneath you. Hello, let's go English.
Coolio.
Yeah.
Do I keep going? Is it not my turn
You
yet?
can go again. As you like walk back out, if you walk back out, I should say. I'll see what you do.
Sits here forever.
Yeah, you can go. What do you do?
Walks in here.
Okay. You see the same thing you saw before, but this pipe is even louder than the last one. You can hear something just like really moving inside.
I put my hand on the pipe.
Okay. The heat coming from this pipe is unexpected to you, and you have to pull your hand away, or you will get burned. But yeah, it's like you wouldn't expect water to create such heat unless it was heated or not water.
And I walk back out.
Okay. Ruvis and the rest are like arms folded, waiting for you. Like, what are you doing?
Exploring.
Oh, we don't have time for this. And Ruvis begins to walk more. He comes to this pipe and ducks under. We'll see if he gets anything on him. Yeah, a little bit splashes on him, and he goes, "Oh!" But he then looks like, "Oh!" and doesn't say anything. Yeah, the other two, Yabrin moves this way, looks, sees nothing. Boom Boom does the same, following after him. What do you do?
I slowly walk through the sludge. Actually, I stand there because I can't walk anymore.
Okay.
I stand in the sewer drain.
You stand face first, and this liquid doesn't have the same heat that was coming from those pipes, but as it like passes over you and you shower in it for a moment, you just feel like energy, but not good energy, like not energy that mixes with you.
Oh, we got bad juju.
Ruvis is gonna move over here and walk across to here. Yabrin moves over here and says, hopefully we don't get split up too much. Boom Boom following. You can do what do you do? You know what I'm saying.
I walk down here and look at these colorful giblets.
Okay. there appears to be some sort of... They appear to be like capsules, but they seem to be discarded.
We got some drug addicts down here. Ooh.
I like the drugs. Rufus moves this way. Yabrin moves over here. Yeah, boy. Actually, Yabrin moves down here. Boom goes here, and you hear Yabrin's voice as you take your action. He says, "Ah, crap. Dead end. Kind of. Maybe the skinny one can slip through. You can do something now."
What am I slipping through?
Hello, where's the slip? Rufus would move to the side if you wanted to move anymore.
Sure.
The turn system is kind of, basic. It's more just like the general idea of how things go by.
Yeah.
Less than you have to wait. Yeah, so as you walk over, you see these large poles sticking up through the sewer and through the cement. And you see a man with a broom walk by as he's trying to pick up these capsules, mumbling to himself. He seems weirdly pale, and he has weird holes on his arms. And you just hear Rufus whisper behind you, "What on earth were they doing down here?"
Big spice.
Be gone before I get back!
I'll slip through.
You wanna slip through? All right. Give me a acrobatics roll.
Nine.
Okay. You try to slip through, but your rib cage gets stuck. So you're sideways, trying to push yourself through, just ah! God damn you, ribs! You should have had that procedure so you could wank yourself off. Rufus comes up to you and says, "I could cast something on you, but it would only last about a minute. You'd have to be quick. I guess not that quick, it doesn't take that long." And he casts a shrink spell on you, so you essentially become half your size for a minute.
I didn't even agree to this. I sprint in.
Alright, you just slip through, and now this man sees you, and you can see he's you all shouldn't be here. They'll find you. They'll hurt me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I slip back through.
Rufus says, "What did you see?"
Even more capsules, some blood, more passageways, and the slave guy.
Did you see any entrances?
I saw hallways, and if you look over here, there is a ladder over there. I look and see if there are any rats around.
Okay, perception check. Pulls a divinity.
Yeah, boy,
all
got
this information from the rat.
20.
You do see a rat. A rat is running on the other side of the concrete towards the Abrin,
Hey.
but on the other side. Do you do anything? Just leaps over. Yo, what up, rat?
Yo, rat, what it do?
Flirts with the rat.
Andrew, now's not the time for this. Oh, yeah.
Your Bryn moves over here. Not in the sludge, but, And he's like, "Okay, what's the plan here, guys? You say you saw a ladder?"
See.
What is this ladder you speak of?
It's a ladder. You use it to lad.
Yabrin walks up to the concrete poles and he sticks as much of his face through as he can, just looking, and he says, "Oh God, is that old man Tarquin?" And the older man looks towards Yabrin and says, "Bryn! Oh, bloody hells! What are you doing down here? You should all leave. The evils! What I've seen!" And Bryn says, "There's no time for that. Where's their lair? We have to stop them." And he says, "Stop them? Oh my, you're right." And just sort of like walks off somewhere.
Oh.
"Hey, come back!" You hear your brain say.
Let's see. Whip out my
Compass
list
and
of spells right quick.
yeah. So about now, a minute's gone by, and you go back to normal size. Rufus is like, "Well, fuck." Boom Boom is gonna walk over as well.
I talk to the rat.
Okay. What do you say to the rat? Can you talk to rats?
I can talk to animals.
Ayo. Alright.
I ask, will you come with me on an adventure?
Adventure? Adventure? Cheese adventure. Adventure for cheese.
I promise you mad cheese.
But I want happy cheese. Cheese. Happy cheese. I want to be happy with cheese.
I will make you happy with cheese if you find a rat.
If you find what? Sorry, you cut out there.
Even more rats.
You want rats? I got rats.
The more rats, the more cheese.
More cheese, more rats. But if I'm rat, I get cheese, mad cheese. Most cheese. Only me. Me cheese, please.
Yes, you get the most cheese. Now bring me rats.
What about my brother? Cheese brother. Brother cheese, please. Please, Chother. Chother brother.
You all get cheese, but you get the most.
I starve. I need cheese. Cheese starve.
I
Starve,
will
please,
give you
cheese.
Jesus Christ.
What are you asking for again?
I want him to get more rats.
Okay. Charisma, persuasion, I mean.
Uh, 19.
The rat.
Bring me the
The rat
rats.
runs off down here, and you can see him scurry off into the corner.
Oh,
And you wait. About
fantastic.
2, maybe 3 minutes goes by as you wait with your friends. You hear the voice of the old man, and you hear screams somewhere inside the sewer. You hear, "Yabrin, quickly!" And then you hear like a snapping noise of like skin ripping and bones cracking. And
Oh God.
you hear a loud roar.
Brings behemoth rat just back.
Yabrin, you can see he looks back at you and Rufus with just like this terrified face of like, "What's going on?" Did you say anything to him?
What direction is it from? Is it from?
It's from down here, where
Okay.
it was before. He walked off somewhere.
Okay.
Now you just hear. Maybe 30 seconds after that, as you guys are like looking to see what's down there, 3 rats come running towards you, and you just hear,
Oh,
Cheese. Cheese now. Cheese. I found cheese. I mean, rats. Rats I found. Give me cheese.
all right. And I turn into a rat.
"Oh, for fuck's sake!" All right, you turn into a rat.
And I tell my rat brethren to follow me to the cheese. And I sprint through the pillars.
Okay, I'm trying to find a quick pick of a rat. Here we go. Alright. Here's some rats. These are big fucking rats. Just pretend they're smaller than this. But here they come. Yeah.
And so I see nothing but drugs.
You see in the tunnel ahead of you, you see webs, and you hear this.
Great.
The rats move as one. I grouped them, and now it's really weird. Ungroup.
We move as one to the cheese. Alright.
You see a creature in the tunnel, Andrew. And below it, this ripped open corpse of the man you saw before. Almost as if the creature came out of him. And you just see this. Let me add a turn for it real quick. I'll do the rats as well. The rats will move as one. Alright, so the creature lunges out from the tunnel and tries to bite you. With its big old pincers, gets a 17 and just goes does 8 damage with one bite, just pincing down on your neck, and it's trying to get blood from you. Rufus, on his go, runs up to the bars and goes, "Asteraoth, what's going on down there?" The rats say, the one that you're talking to earlier looks towards the other two and says, "No master, no cheese!" And they lunge at the spider thing. Surrounding it.
Yes, my children.
And they're all gonna try to attack it. Alright, 2 of them hit, one getting a natural 20. However, they are rats, so they only do 1 point of damage, so that's 3 damage. As this thing just, like, looks at these rats just like it just, met its breakfast or whatever. Okay. It is now Yabrin's go. Yabrin desperately tries to push himself through the bars. Let's see if he's at all good at this. I'm going to have a disadvantage. Ooh! He rolled really well. Okay. Yabrin just, like, sucks in his gut as much as he can and just squishes his tiny child body through these bars and just goes, "Ow!" And then runs over here. Sees the spider, like, lunged at these rats and prepares for battle. Boom, boom. Can't really do anything. I guess she'll try to do the same. Oh my god, I'm rolling like a god right now. She also... I rolled a 9... so the first time I rolled a 16 and a 17, plus 2. This time I rolled a 19 and an 18, so that's the 18 plus 2. Jesus Christ. She runs over here, pulls out a stick of dynamite and just says, "Fuck it!" Just throws it. So, you, the spider, and the 3 rats all have to make a dexterity saving throw.
16.
Okay. So sorry.
Dies.
The spider... The spider, for a moment, like, lurches back from the explosion and sort of, like, lands here, back in the tunnel. You step back a bit. All 3 rats are instantly incinerated. I keep forgetting that you're a rat right now. So yeah, you lurch back as a rat, and yeah, it is now your go.
I cast Primal Ratvidry and
Jesus.
and my every single one of my teeth becomes like fangs.
Yummy.
I just become absolutely ripped, and my nails also become longer.
Okay. You look like a god rat.
Perfect. That's my action, so I can't do anything else.
Do you want to move at all?
I'll move over here. Here.
Okay.
Boom. God rat.
You move into tactical rat position. Rat's position. And the creature, you can see it, like, it's got some scorch marks on it, and it just says, or it doesn't say anything. I'm stupid as fuck. That's just my go-to. It just says, you can see it move farther into the tunnel, running from you. Just making these noises, like, searching for its next prey that isn't going to blow it up. Rufus is just like, damn these old bones! I'm gonna give him double disadvantage. Yeah, one of those was a 3, so he's just like trying to get through, but he just can't. Just like, someone tell me what's going on down there. Yabrin says, it ran, but it ran down a tunnel. Looks to you, should we follow it? And boom, just doesn't do anything. It's your go.
I run in Ratto mode.
Alright, move your Ratto mode speed.
How fast is a rat?
Let's say half your speed.
Boom.
Okay, you can still see it. On its go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Makes a quick getaway. And now you, as you head down into this tunnel, you begin to hear voices like, "One of them got loose," and stuff like that.
Oh, great.
Yeah, Rufus is useless. Yabrin will walk over to the tunnel and step in behind you, and boom, will follow him. Your go.
Oh my.
Oh my! Is that your whole go?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I've got to add some turns now. And roll some dice. This is not how long I thought this would take, but you did prance around the village for quite a while. Alright. Alright. So, something happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The beast lunges forward. And you can see this thing next to it. On the map, it looks like a cage, but it's actually a hole, like a door, like a trap door. I just couldn't find anything that looked remotely like what I wanted it to, so I just made it look like a cage. So this thing lunges forward and perfect is gonna attack this guy right here, just like, and you just hear him say, "I did get out." Hits. Okay. It leaps onto him, and it's the classic movie scene where, like, the body falls below the camera and you just start seeing blood spurt out of this guy. And you see this guy, like, oh god! Rufus will skip his turn. Yabrin will move the rest of the way, following you. Boom will do the same. This guy will turn to the beast and be like, "That's my friend, you asshole!" Will hit. Does damage. Slices into the beast, and it just like looks back at him like, "You're next." It is now your go.
sort of horror house have we stumbled upon?
Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
Do I sense anything in these pipes?
You touch them?
Yes, it touched the pipes.
These ones are cool. They're not hot, but you do feel the rumbling as if something's traveling through them.
Alright. Your boy wants to cast heat metal on the end of it.
On the end of it.
In an attempt to bust it open.
Interesting. Alright. You can do that. You cast heat metal on it. How much damage does heat metal do?
2d8 fire damage.
Okay. Roll your damage. I will tell you what happens.
7. 4.
Oof. Okay. You begin to see the metal become an orangey color, and then suddenly no longer orange, but more of a luminescent green. And the two pipes at the end begin to cave in on themselves, and this liquid begins to pour out. I'm gonna draw it freehand. Just like pour out onto the floor.
Pew.
And you can see it's begin to cover this like trap door. And these two guys, the two red, actually that guy's dead. I gotta.
A red dead redapt.
This guy right here is just like, oh shit. Yeah, is that your full go? Do you want to move at all?
I already moved.
Ah, right. Okay. Up next is Dead Fam, then this freaky thing, and it turns and attacks the purple man's. Yep. Once again, doing slightly less than the damage it needs to do to kill him. So it just like latches onto his neck, and he's like, "For God's sakes, forget about them. Help me with this guy." It's your go.
Your. Do I have any idea who these guards are?
They just look like town's guard.
Fantastic. Let's see, I'm just gonna stand over here. Sit in silence.
For some reason you're Grok on this initiative. Have you been Grok the whole time? I just realized that. Okay. Let's draw some more. Oh, that's thick now. It begins to cover more ground.
Thick.
The thing, it turns and attacks this guy. Misses. So it like lunges towards him and he grabs it and is trying to hold it back. On his go, he's gonna try to smash it with his little axe thing.
Ew.
He bonks it on the head. Doesn't look like it did much in terms of damage, but you know, to each their own. I'm getting knocked out now.
You need to pick up your coat and landing.
Alright, up next, you hear the classic sound of an old man wheezing, as suddenly turning the corner comes Rufus the Mystic. And he goes, "You have no idea how long this took me!" And he sends a magical bolt of fire towards the spider creature, hitting it and doing
Jesus Christ, I'm rolling terribly all night long. 3 damage to it. And he, the spider creature, looks towards Rufus and then back at the knight. And then says, you didn't wait down. Essentially everything that your stepmom says is what the spider says. Up next is Yabreen. Ya boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Runs over here, noticing his feet dampen in the green sludge. He's gonna swing at the knight. Hitting and doing a whopping. Oh my god. Okay. I need to not tell you what damage I'm doing, just in case it's somehow metagaming. Up next is Boom Boom. She runs up here, noticing a grouped sort of enemy cluster. She chucks another one of her dynamites right in. So they're both going to make dex saves. Both failing terribly. And both taking a certain amount of damage. The human... like the dynamite just lands right on his head, and his head explodes, dying instantly. So there's just like all these bodies around. Well, I mean, I guess you're used to that by now, but the spider creature looks damaged, but once again terrified of this explosion. It is your go, Grok. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I want to moonbeam the spider.
Amazing. Alright.
Through that sea.
That puss high. Oh, right. 13.
Oof. See, Takes 6 damage.
6, exactly 6?
Exactly 6.
You moonbeam him in half. The creature gets struck by this like line of light, and its body begins to glow and crackle, and then just like cracks apart into pieces. Just Rufus immediately turns to you and just says like, "Okay, what the hell actually just happened? Where did that creature come from?"
It was in the crack.
The crack?
The crevasse.
Interesting. If they have these level of beasts down here, I don't know if I want to go on any further. And then he just sort of like winks at you. Alright, it appears we've found what we were looking for, even if it is covered in sludge.
I want to loot them.
Classico. Okay. Wait 10 years for my loot page to load?
Yes.
Okay.
Big yes.
The first guy you loot, on him, he has a small crossbow, 2 daggers, a day's worth of rations, some rope, a rod,
Oh,
tinderbox, a torch, and a water skin.
I ate the ration.
Perfect.
I trump my...
On him, he has something called a mess kit, another ration, a bedroll, and a backpack with all his stuff in it.
eat the ration.
Rufus is like, oh, I'm quite Oh, okay. You search the next guy, and besides his armor and weapons, you don't actually find anything on him. He doesn't have gold or anything. He just seems like, just a bland individual.
I loot the spider.
You loot the spider? You just, like, in just, like, a weird moment, you just, like, take both your hands, just go directly into the stomach, and you break skin, and you just feel gook and flesh and guts, and then you pull your hands out, and they're dripping with weird fluids.
Yes.
Green fluids.
I transform back into Asteraoth. Wear the spider like a hat.
Okay, I guess you can add a spider hat into your inventory.
Ayo.
Yabrin vomits into the green fluid and says, Why was Old Man Tarquin split in half back there?
Oh, I didn't see that. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Last thing to do, I guess, is to just loot the entire place, right? Okay.
Ayo.
The rest of the group say that they'll wait here for you.
Fantastic.
So you may explore as you like.
I eat my meat over here, and I eat my meat over here.
Alright, you notice that you are back where you once were.
Yes.
And you contemplate that probably this is the way Rufus went.
Big Neum. What? Hello.
Hello? Are you here to kill me?
Do you want me to kill you?
Not particularly, no, but if you're not here to kill me, I should warn you. There are bad men further down the hall.
Alright, let's go.
You begin to see
I
bad
see a man.
What? They're not in here. There's no cats in here. Alright, you see a man. Yeah, what do you do? What do you do about this? You see the mans. You yeet as far as you can away from the man.
Yo, there be bad manses down there. Go see the bad mans.
You wish for us to partake in another fight?
Yes.
Rufus sits down, but Yabrin and Boom Boom decide to follow you.
Let's go.
He just sits in the corner, just like, I'll be here when you're back.
Oh.
Fuck, it's hard to group these two to get shitty balls. Alright.
I leap across the river. And I yell, "You there! It's time to duel!"
You see a cloaked man holding a staff and another female holding a shield and a mace, and they look towards you and say, the one holding the staff says, "Why do you come? You could have run, but you decided to come back."
Oh, you saw me the first time.
Yes.
Oh, gosh, diddly darn. Well, I have more people now.
Ah, so it is a
Yiggy.
fight that you want.
A little bit, yeah.
All right.
Do you want to fight?
If you want to fight.
Cool.
All right, let's get downright diggity.
All right, cool. Rock, paper, scissors.
Do you want to do rock, paper, scissors? The guy asks you. No. Okay.
Oh no, I'm just giving us a reason to roll initiative. It's a fat 9.
Alright. Boom Boom is out of dynamite. She readies her fists and runs forward and swings at the person in front of her. And hits, doing 1 damage to them.
What a legend.
She just screams like Native American style. Is that racist? Yeah, okay. It is Wizard Boy's go. He steps slightly to the side and says, both Yabrin and Asteraoth need to make wisdom saving throws.
I want to know what school you went to. Good lord, that is one spell.
Big booty, big booty.
15.
Jesus. I almost expected you to roll for Yabrin as well. Alright, nothing happens to either of you. He goes, booty! With his booty spell. This person's just gonna attack. Boom, boom. Missing. She swings her mace, and Boom Boom, like, dives for a second over to the side, and then jumps back in, like, ready to rabbit punch her again. It's your go.
Oh. Alright.
Hold up to me, dear. I believe
Walk
in
here.
miracles.
And your boy hits him with a thunder wave.
Blow him away, fam.
Roll saving throw.
Oh, right. I was just thinking to myself, like, never again am I planning a 2-hour campaign for you because it's always going to take 6 hours. Here I am waiting for you to roll when I have to roll. 14.
The real reason we're still here.
Why are we still here?
Just to suffer.
I got a 14. Does anything happen?
What did the other person get?
Oh, for both. Do any of your companions have to roll?
Boom Boom has to roll.
Alright, 13, and Boom Boom got a natural 20.
What a legend.
Boom Boom!
See, got a 7 and an 8. That is 8 damage to those who did not get a natural 20.
Damn, son. 8 damage. Hey. Okay. Up next is Yabrin. And ya boy Yabrin about to sprint all the way up this man's ass.
Oh god.
Swing that fucking sword and do some fucking damage though. Alright.
Push it up.
Yabrin stabs the wizard through the heart. And the wizard looks at you just like, oh shit! But he does not seem to be dead yet. But the sword is through his heart. Up next is Boom Boom, who once again is just gonna swing her fist at this woman. Do another bit of damage. She hits. Okay. Up next is the wizard. Seeing his death coming soon, he's like, fair duel! And he's gonna send... big spell, fam. I don't even think there's a saving throw on this. I think it just happens. So around you, you see blood start to pour out from the walls. The ceiling begins to become
Fucking fiery. Okay.
We need the parental controls. Fix the.
Did she leave?
Alright, we're back.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, you begin to see the floor become fiery, and you are convinced that you're in some sort of demon lair suddenly. You are terrified. Yeah. Up next is the soldier.
Oh.
Got a whopping 3 trying to hit boom, so that's not going to do it. Up next is you. So essentially, you want to get out of here as fast as you can. You can decide what the best way to do that is.
Jumps through the roof. Ah!
Slams head in the ceiling, dies.
20, 25. Hops up ladder.
Okay. You,
Realizes there's not a door at the top.
there is, but you can't seem to open it from where you are. So you're like banging on it, like, let me out!
Let's start.
Okay. Yabrin's go. He's gonna just try to kill this guy. Can't seem to do it. He's like trying to pull his sword out, but the guy's just like just like just sword in his chest. Yeah, there's nothing else you can really do. Boom boom like looks back at you like, what are you yeah, that's her voice. What are you doing? And we'll swing again at the soldier. A 2 that time. That's not gonna cut it. So she swings. The soldier like blocks it with her shield. Boom boom breaks a nail. Gets sad. Dies. No. Up next is the mage. The mage is like, yes, run, yes. Yeah, that's all he's gonna do. He's level 1. He doesn't really have anything else. Yabreen. Nope, not Yabreen. The soldier is gonna swing at Boom Boom. I know names. Ooh. Boom Boom. Oh no. Okay, just with this one mighty swing of the mace, this female soldier smashes Boom Boom on the head, and she goes out cold, knocked onto the ground. Up next is you.
Realizing that I'm a rat and I can't open it, I run back.
You actually turned back into... Unless you went back into rat form, you turned back into...
Oh, right, no, I'm not. Right, but still. I re-moonbeam into the sewer.
You want to moonbeam who?
The wizard and the warrior.
Okay. Will Yabreen be affected by that as well?
No, the moonbeam hits, like, right here.
Okay. So I assume it's... Yeah, saves. It's a 15 and an 18.
Ooh. What legends found? An 8, an 8, and a 5.
Oof. So they both take half, right?
Yep. So 11.
Okay. When the moonbeam fades away and the light's gone, the wizard is no longer there. He has vanished. Like, you vaporized him. The soldier's still barely holding on, but she's like, and you can see Boom Boom down on the ground, like, not looking too good. The Yabreen will
Fades
be
into the
like,
wall.
fucking no! And will attack with the sword. Did you do that on purpose?
Hulk smash.
Oh my god. Does the exactly lethal amount of damage to just slice this woman's head off. And runs over to Boom, now that combat's over, and begins doing anything to keep her alive. He's gonna roll a medicine check. 19, let's see if that does anything. Okay. You see for a moment her eyes open, but you can see that she wasn't actually dead, she was dying. And there's just like a moment where she looks at you, just like nods her head, and then closes her eyes and assumably dies.
Dies. Jesus.
Yeah, Bree's just like, fuck.
Damn.
He says, damn, Daniel. No, he doesn't.
Damn, Daniel.
Your brain doesn't even look at you, just like slowly walks back to where you were before.
Pick up her corpse and start yeeting out of it.
Okay, you pick up the corpse. I'm trying.
Ayo.
So you want to drag the corpse back with you?
Yep.
Alright, I'll bring the corpse over there because...
Carry her like a damn backpack.
Alright. As soon as Ruvius sees the body, he just like solemnly looks and says, "Was that worth it, Asteraoth?" Oh wait, that's not his voice.
No.
Was that worth it, Asteraoth?
No.
And yeah, he walks over to the trap door, opens it, and all of a sudden the gook just starts like flowing inside, and he says, "One last fight, I see." Climbs down. What's his face follows him.
Motherfucker. I Batista bomb her into the...
So, you drag her dead body down, or just drop her into the hole? Is your family just in a constant state of trying to kill each other?
Pretty much.
Jesus. Alright, I gotta copy and paste her dead body before I bring you to the next map. Never thought I'd have to say that. There we go. Bloop. Tell me if you see anything.
Oh, yep.
Ruvius looks to you and says, "Alright, this appears to be the lair I was in before. The stones around us look familiar. We're getting close. Asteraoth, I know you want to explore, but I suggest we just stick to the plan and do what we came here to do."
Primal savagery, let's go.
Alright, what does that do?
I become carnivore, carnihorse, carnirat.
Okay, what animal are you? Or are you just yourself?
I'm just Asteraoth.
Alright, Yabreen opens a door and walks through. Ruvius...
There's like
will also
poison seeping from my finger. I'm go through the other door. Because I'm a menace to society.
Okay. Alright.
Oh. Howdy.
I believe it's through here, he says as he walks to this door. But he's scared to open it. And he looks behind, sees both of your faces, seems reassured. And Andrew goes a completely different direction.
I'm back.
Alright. And he opens the door.
Ooh, what's down here?
Steps through. And let's roll initiative again. Ah!
Oof.
Yeah, boy.
Motherfucker.
You dirty fecker. Alright, move out of the way. I need an edge. I hear the loud stamps of you're about to get fucked. What'd you get?
I got a 20.
A 20.
Sorry.
Alright, you're the first to act. What do? You see this behemoth of a creature. It's holding a rock, and it looks at you with confused eyes.
Alright, I politely ask it, why so confused?
Okay.
Big boom.
Hold on, I need to check something. I need to see what language it speaks. Do you speak Abyssal?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. So, you hear a deep voice. It says to you, "You trespass, but you do not look like you come here to harm me. Why are you here?"
I believe we're looking for
Looking for...
somebody. People. Are there people here?
He looks at you, squinting his eyes, and says, "There are many people here. Lots of people that would like to see you dead."
Other people who would not.
Perhaps. At one point there may have been. I remember things. Creatures being brought down here. Slaves, maybe. I haven't seen them in a while.
We search for them.
Ah. Well, I would recommend the room at the end of this hall, but it may be our last. Rufus, on his turn, walks over here,
Starts attacking.
looks down the hall, and he says, I remember. This is where they held me. And he walks this way into the hall. Yabreen just sort of stands and says, Have you seen any families be brought down here?" And the creature goes, just to him, just goes, and you can hear him saying, "There were families. They did not last very long." And your brain looks to you to see if you understood, but confused face.
He didn't see any, no.
Alright. Yeah.
I speak Groot.
The creature looks to
The
you...
police are coming.
Yeah, I know, that's really annoying. The creature looks to you on its turn and just says, "I would recommend that you do what you came here to do and get out quickly. There are many foes in here, and it looks as though they may strike you down in a second." And then he just sits down.
Thank you.
Yeah. I may have rolled initiative just to scare you. Alright. What do you want to do?
Scares me in a natural 20. I'm gonna go look over here.
Okay.
Oh, can't see anything. Fantastic. I'm back.
I have to wait for it to update to see what you do for whatever reason. So yeah, essentially, when you see Rufus, he's got his ear up against the door, and he looks at you and says, "There's someone in here. Maybe two people. Maybe
Say hi.
Okay." He goes to, like, try to open the door, and he says, "Damn it, locked." This is once again a moment where I see if Andrew has the skills to play D&D. Let's see if he has the memories of a young lad or an old man.
Well, we tried. Let's go home.
Do you, when I tell you the things that people have on them and you take them, do you write them in your inventory?
And he cuts out. Let's go, boys.
When you when I tell you things that people have and you say I take them, do you write them in your inventory?
Yep.
Okay. You should check your inventory.
Perfume vial.
Perfect. Yeah.
Sprays perfume through keyhole. Hey, what's that smell? Lights it on fire.
Rufus moves out of the way, waiting to see if you do anything.
Staring at my jingling keyring that has actually been on my hip.
Even when you went to the locked blacksmith, it was still on you. Didn't see it, but it's fine.
Yep. Didn't hear it at all. So
Just went jingling on your way. Alright, so you, give me an intelligence check to see how long it takes you to try all the keys or just one of them and get it right.
Tell 15.
Alright, only about 30 seconds goes by. You try maybe 3 of the keys, and then you get one in, and the door opens, and you hear... Actually, you don't hear anything. Do you walk inside?
Yep.
Alright, you walk inside. Yeah. So, what you see is a soldier, and he is standing back-faced towards you, but staring at this tabaxi sitting on a couch, sipping on a martini, and the tabaxi looks at you curiously and says, "Ooh, we have guests." The soldier turns back towards you and says, "You're not one of the slaves. What are you doing here?" You can see the armored soldier has blackened armor, like something has corrupted him.
Wait, I'm not one of the slaves?
Yeah, that's what he said. "You're not one of the slaves." Or no, the other guy said it. Sorry. "You're not one of the slaves."
No, that was Asteraoth saying it.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I'm not one of the slaves.
I haven't seen any slaves look like you.
Oh. Well, maybe I am a slave.
In which case, why are you not in your cell?
I don't remember where my cell is.
You're a stupid slave.
And you're a whore.
He actually laughs. He's like, "Maybe you're not that stupid."
Hey.
He says, "Hands behind your back." Do you do that?
I do a 180. I put my hands behind my back, turn away from him, and...
Thunderclap.
And a thunder wave.
Okay. Will that hit both of them?
No, the cat is barely out of range.
Okay.
Boom, he dies.
Oh, right. I've got to make the first, don't I? I'll get it eventually. Alright, that's a 3. It's a bit of a fail, isn't it?
Yes, a little bit. 7. And 6.
Alright.
13 damage.
He goes to, like, pull out his long sword, and he says, "Slave, how dare you?" And he swings it at you. At this point, you can hear Rufus and Yabrin, like, outside, like, "What's going on?" That's a 7 to hit, so that doesn't hit. You, like, dodge out of the way. And I guess, here, I'll roll initiative for the night. We'll just have this be the night for now. Yeah. Your go, I guess.
I melee attack him.
You wanna, yeah, you have a dagger, don't you?
No, I just want to stab him with my fingernails.
Ah, okay. That.
Natural 20 plus 3.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. How much damage does your claws do?
1d10.
Oh my. Jesus God.
And that's an 8. So
16.
16.
You run up and you just like claw as much as this armor away as you can. You can just see this man just like, no, stop that now. The cat sitting on the couch is like, ooh, perfect.
Stop it with the pun.
Rufus looks like inside the door and just says, Expelliarmus! No, he doesn't say that, but you get the idea. He'll send his last blast of magical energy this man's way, and I don't even have to roll. Fam lights on fire, runs in the corner of the room, and
launches me into the wall, and I die.
He's just like, ah!
Is oral?
Did she just say, is this oral?
Wait, you need paper
Alright, so
towel,
yeah, you
Bill?
see this cat, and he's just looking at you with this large smile, just like,
BRB.
rubbing his whiskers.
I loot the body.
Okay. As you walk over to the dead body, you can see the armor that you were scratching at begins to, like, crunch and crack and, fall away from his body. And underneath, you just see this pitch black form with these red eyes. And it kind of looks like the dad from Kids Next Door, but, like, not on fire. But yeah, there's just nothing on him besides the sword, which also looks to be rusted and breaking now that he's died. There's just nothing on
What?
him.
No!
Oh god. What now?
Oh, I need those. Those are the clean.
Story of my life. Home.
They might have oil on it.
Alright. The cat stands up from the chair and says, "Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Ferlin Catnan." Rufus stands just
Hey, you guys can come in now.
no words as he just stands there just like, oh god. Oh, what a pleasure it is to meet you, there's 3 of you.
We just keep multiplying.
Sees the young boy standing in the doorway looking in. So, what brings
Oh wait, I got this.
here?
What?
I grab Boom's corpse.
So you run back
And
through the
sprint.
halls.
Yep, and sprint all the way back in.
Okay.
And throw her corpse on the bed.
Okay. You throw her on the bed. A dead body! More the merrier, I suppose.
I hop on the bed.
Your brain just looks at you like, what are you doing, dude? Yo, the way didn't work, leave.
That was the wrong person.
Yeah. What do you do with the bed and the girl and the dead body and stuff?
Oh no, I'm just lying here,
Okay.
partaking in the conversation.
Alright, yeah. Ruvius says, "Ah, yes. A tabaxi. It's been many years since I've seen one of these. We're here to stop the evil that's been going on here. Have you been captured?" And he says, "Something like that. For some reason they wanted to keep me alive. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I wasn't fit to be one of their zombified slaves. Or maybe I'm just too expensive to buy."
I'm sure that's not it.
Oh. Well, that's quite rude. Anyway, if you don't mind, I'd like to be leaving now. I have a appointment with some people outside of town. Could you move out of the way, old man? And Rufus is like, well, I suppose. And the cat says, "Well, thank you for the daring rescue, friends. I hope I never see you again." And he begins to walk out of the room and leave. Alright.
Is this a door over here? No.
No, it's not. You head back outside?
Yep.
Alright, they follow you. Alright.
Yeah.
The monster. Did he say anything? Any helpful information, Asteraoth?
Most of the people in here want me dead.
Yeah. He also said that there's something at the end of the hallway, but he didn't say what. So, like, in this direction.
Hey, let's go over here.
I suppose it's time.
This looks like a good idea. Nope.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah, alright, here we go. This is the moment of truth. The moment that we've been building up for the last 3 or 4 hours.
Hi, everyone.
In front of you, you see a completely pitch black woman. With light gray hair. And in front of you, you see a body, a human body. In front of her, you see a human body. Recently dead. Holes around the chest area and a large hole in the stomach. And you see these two creatures next to her. One, a pale man with white eyes. The other, a Aarakocra, or whatever they're called. The bird people with a green thing strapped around its eyes. Both of them appear to be blind. The woman looks up at you. As soon as you enter the room, she sees you. She says, "Finally!" You can hear this deep voice. Does not sound like a woman's voice. You just hear
She has
this.
a deeper voice than I do.
You just hear it in your mind, like, "I've been waiting for you, Asteraoth. You did a lot of damage around my town. Many of my army are now dead because of you and your friends." Yabrin runs closer, up to the body, not fearing the blind people, and says, "Jamie? Oh God, no!" And Rufus says, "Yes, now I remember. Those eyes, how did I forget them?" What do you do?
Yo, what those eyes do?
These eyes? These eyes see all.
Oh. Alright, are you just yoinking people? They like this before?
If by yoinking you mean making them see what they before could not, then yes, I have yoinked many people.
Amazing.
Oh shit, yoinking is hilarious.
I suppose this man has not been yoinked.
The body in front of me.
Yes.
No, he has not been yoinked. He has been chosen. Chosen to carry my children.
Oh my.
Yeah, and you can see...
The children don't happen to be, a spidery looking thing?
I have many children. Did you meet one of them down in the sewers? I guess I should say
God,
up
I
in the
hope not.
sewers. Yes.
If I did, it's dead.
They come and go, but many
Okay.
are coming soon. You can
Oh my.
You can now feel the room around you begin to shake as you have this conversation.
Oh.
Asteraoth, what is it that you wanted to do when you came down here? Came to this village at all?
Well, the swamp people said there was a great evil. Yes. They were talking about you. Do you have a quarrel with the swamp queen?
The cat just dies. The swamp queen. Ah, yes, you mean those tree folk out in the forest. I have no quarrel with them. They may have one with me, but that is because they do not see what I'm doing as good. They see it as evil. They are so wrong.
Explain to me what it is you are doing.
Yeah, at this point you can see Yabrin lying like his head on Jamie's body. Give me an intelligence check real quick. Ruvius is just standing still, just watching as you two conversate.
13.
Okay. You can the name Jamie is familiar to you. You think that Melokota, the guy you interrogated back in Waterdeep, may have mentioned a Jamie. Other than that, you're not really quite sure. The Dark Princess looks to you once again, and the room now shaking violently, and you can feel almost like an energy building. She says, "The world is dying, Asteraoth. I have seen the evil that has come and gone. Many people have died because of its building strength. But few can survive what I'm about to do. I will cleanse everything. Nothing will stand except for those who deserve to." And suddenly, the walls begin to crack, and you see this green ooze start pouring in from all around. And the shelf behind her begins to open up, and almost like a hole, Jesus, that's always been there, begins to, expand. And you can see the green ooze from behind her begin to fall into the room, and it begins to pour in. She just looks at you and says, "Do what you came here to do, but I recommend that you be one of the ones who survive." And then she snaps her fingers and she's gone.
Oof. Big spice.
And Rufus says, "No! Everything we came here to do!" And you can see now that the halls behind you, the room that you're in, everything is starting to cave in on itself. And the blind disciples just simply stand still, doing nothing. Yabrin is just still mourning Jamie. And you can see that one of the things that Jamie's carrying is this large staff. About 10 feet long, maybe. And on the end, you see a human ear.
Mother of God. I take the staff.
You eat it. You eat
I
that shit.
yoink it.
Alright. You can add a Staff of Hearing. You're going to have to add a custom item for now, but a Staff of Hearing to your inventory. Rufus looks around at the blind men and says, "Please, tell us how to stop this! We have to save this village!" And the blind men just say nothing. And now you can see from the hole that she left behind her, just a enormous amount of green sludge begins to pour in. And you think that if you don't start running, you will drown within minutes.
I poke the ooze.
Okay, you poke the ooze. Nothing really happens. You can just see the level that is flooding this place is growing. And Rufus just drops down in his knees, just defeated, like he failed. Yabrin gets up and says, "Alright, we gotta go, guys," and begins to run. Full sprint.
I run over to the Aarakocra, shake its wing.
Okay, you shake his wing.
Oh, I thank you for your sacrifice, and I run over, pick up old fart,
Alright,
and
strength
start
check.
sprinting.
Strength check.
He dies here because I can't drag him. 16.
Okay. You successfully pick him up and put him on your shoulder. However, you will move half your movement. So we're going to continue with the initiative. You can go first. What do you want to do?
Move. Oh, okay.
Alright, you move. I'll move Ruvius with you. He's just like, everything I came here to do, I'm a failure. Asteraoth, I'm a failure. Just whispering in your ear. And Yabrin's like, "Come on this way!" And slams the door open.
Yabrin, get boom boom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, not 7, 6. There we go. He just
Doesn't hit me, damn it.
He just yells back to you, "There's no time, she's dead!" Yeah. You can see the monster you talked to earlier just nodding as you run by. It's your go. Drops the old man, runs back for the dead body.
throw the old man to the door. As close to the door as I can.
Okay. Alright. I didn't roll for any reason. What do you mean?
I made it there.
Okay. Rufus does what he does. Okay. Yabrin. 6. I think he's gonna dash as well. Okay. Your go.
I lay the perfume in her hands. And then I leave.
Okay. The as you walk back outside, as you like swing the door open, you can just see like the water is probably at like your neck by now. Alright, Ruvius makes his go. He's an old man, he's like trying to move. Your go again. Alright, you move there. You begin to hear people, like, footsteps in the door behind you, like, we gotta go, we gotta go! Rufus on his go, makes it to the door.
Holds the door closed.
Makes it to the door and, like, is trying to, like, get it to open. Your go again. You get there? Yeah, you start to see people, and like as they like open this door, you just see like a wave of this stuff just push them out towards you. And on your turn, which is now, you actually it's Rufus's go, so he's gonna make a strength check to try to smash the door open. Fails. You begin to like so now from now on, every time it's your turn, you're gonna take some damage because you can't breathe.
Hey.
Rufus, failing to smash the door, just like turns to you, points at the door, and then swims down here. It's your go again.
Swim over here and try to punch through the door.
Alright, I'm gonna roll some damage while you do that. Alright, it's 1 damage. You're fine.
17.
Yeah, you smash the door down. You're like, the pain of having to hold your breath, you just like punch this door as hard as you can. You can also feel like while you're swimming around with this stuff, you can regain all of your spell slots. Not sure if they will come in handy, but I'll allow that. So you punch the door down, and you can see the ladder in front of you. Yabrin nowhere in sight, but you assume he got out before. Rufus comes here. You can see all these people just like piling up, trying to get out. It's your go. What do you want to do?
Climb up.
Alright, you climb out. You head back out into the sewer, and you can see that now the sewer has begun, like, things from the ceiling have started crashing down on top of you. You begin to swim towards where you know the entrance to be, but it's becoming harder and harder to hold your breath. You see Ruvius and some other knights come up from behind you, and then all of a sudden, you just feel this darkness take control of you, and you black out. And that's where we're going to end today's episode.
Becomes Greyheart.
Asteraoth is prone to blacking out. Yeah.
You wake up in a tavern.
A new party around you. Yeah, okay, cool. Sure, that wasn't at all terrible and very interesting.